how far would you go? I know any of us would do anything for our kids. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm covering up the
And
murder
protect it. You will cover up a murder?
for my kids. Yeah, the fuck. You think I'm sending my kids to jail just because they murdered somebody?
You had a fucking kid. You covering up a murder?
He thinking about it.
You covering up a murder now? I mean,
covering up
listen,
that
it's a
murder,
lot of
dog.
things I'm going to do.
Fuck
I'm
wrong
not.
with y'all, man. It's my kid.
I'm not covering up no fucking murder. I didn't
kid,
teach you to be.
It's my kid, dog. We burying that body. We going down together. We going down together. I'm burying that body.
I thought about that one long and hard, and I just was like, yo, it's a lot of shit. Like, I will fucking.
So what you gonna
rumble
walk your
with
kid?
you.
You gonna walk your kid into the police department and let them turn
No,
themselves in?
I'm not doing that, but I'm not helping you covering up. Like, I'm not fucking trying to make the person that you killed look bad.
No, Ish, this is what I'm saying. Your son calls you and he like, yo, I just got into something and I had to hit the nigga up a couple times. And he laying right here. I need you to help me, transport him or whatever. You like, no, nigga. Go call one of your friends. What are you telling the nigga? Like, what you telling them? What you gonna tell you? That's your little baby boy. You said my little baby boy. Remember that?
My little baby boy. Fuck that little baby boy.
That's crazy.
Like, no, let me tell you, I'm going to have an issue with the morality sense of it. It's going to.
I don't have that.
Yeah, I am going to definitely have an issue with the morality sense of it.
Yeah, I don't have that. Even though I'm always team fuck them kids, if my kids call me and they in a jam, all right, stay right there. Make sure ain't nobody watching. I'm pulling up and we gonna handle this. The fuck?
Yeah, like that's like I wish I don't know why I can necessarily say that. I couldn't be that.
Yo, people. So this is This is the actual backstage look of what we go through every Thursday before we prep the show. So this is episode 168. We gonna get right into it right here. Right. 168. Welcome y'all. Typically T open the show and saying who he is, but I'm up today, so I'm Nell. Who next to me? Who that?
Hey now. What's up?
What's your name today?
Y'all know who I don't know who I am today. I'm feeling a little frisky today.
And we got the Grim Reaper over there.
Yeah.
She's the Grim Reaper
y'all?
today.
It's your girl Ish, Miss Montana.
And the next one is the Grim Reaper over there on the other side of the room.
I am the Prophet, aka the Shit Starter, and today I will be back in my Doc Holiday bag. So people prepared.
Oh shit.
February, first day of February, huh?
Yeah, it's 2024. It's up. No holds barred. No sugar coating, none of that. We right at your motherfucking heads. Now, we were discussing this, will you tell on your kid or will you help your kid get away with the murder shit? And surprisingly, Aisha's like, turn left, I go to jail and shit.
Listen, shout out to my kid, but no.
Crazy. No, what are you doing?
I don't know. I shook my head. I said yes. I said no. I don't know what I'm doing.
Like, I've actually seen this situation play out where a couple of parents, their daughter was involved in the murder, and they just transported the daughter to another place. They helped her transport her to another place. Like, we're not sending our daughter to jail. She was like 17. Like,
yeah. No, I get it. Like, I don't necessarily know if I'm toting and I'm assisting the police and capturing and telling you to surrender and all of that, but I'm not doing anything to help cover it.
You're not going to break a law to help your kid.
Facts. Like, I will do, like, I'm going to help you. I'm going to never see you out there fucked up or wherever the case may be. But I'm not breaking no laws to help cover no shit up at all. Like,
it depends on what my kid did. If it was a defense type of job,
right,
and they defending themselves and the life was lost, I'm going to take that. I'm going to actually eat it.
Okay.
Because if it's like, if my daughter or whatever had to kill a guy because he was doing whatever, and she got a bright, promising future, and I know what path she on is on a positive one, I'm gonna take that. So is my son. I eat that and say I did it. That way, somebody is facing consequences for their actions, but then too, my child can kind of live a prosperous life. I lived the life already.
All right, what if your son say that he needs you to help him move the body? Are you helping him move the
I
body?
ain't touching. Like, I guess like I'm gonna go full fledged into it. I was just like, yo, son, I got it. Just do it. Go ahead, get yourself together. You know what I mean? Hopefully you repent, find Jesus, whatever the case may be. But I got this.
No, I need my kids. I'm gonna have this conversation with my kids. Actually, I need my kids to be able to handle it if one of these unfortunate events happen, and I say I got it. I don't want you to be all scared and be telling on yourself.
Yeah.
Like, no, I said I got it. I got it. Let it be.
So
Go about your life just eating that.
yeah. But let me ask y'all something. What about atonement?
What does that mean?
Like, okay, so you got to be able to live with it. Something happened, whatever the case may be. Like, if there was a situation where you had to stand up and atone for that situation,
Right.
look, what about that? Like, what would you say in respect to that?
I'm taking a weight. I'm not letting my kid go to jail, man.
That's honorable.
The only one,
care what
the only thing that has the final say in anything is God. So
Facts.
I'm not God. The judge and jury is not God, and no one else is God. Only God can, at that moment when it's time for judgment, can only pass that judgment for whoever committed the crime. And that's that.
I'm not.
I know we sound hypocritical, but I know it sounds crazy, but that's life.
Right.
Like you gotta be willing to live life and stop saying all the right shit because it sound good. Like if you gonna help your kid, say you help your kid. Like
Right.
if you gonna take that shit for your kid, take that shit for your kid, and nobody can tell you what's right or wrong because that's your job, and that's your life that you either giving up or whatever the case may be.
Yeah. And this where this came from, and I won't speak too much on it because it is an actual current situation that we're dealing with at the office. But I will say this. I will say that some people will be like, they live their life a certain way and in a certain light or whatever the case may be. And when it comes down to something like this and this type of situation, all the people that they crucified for not walking through, and this is not me saying it. This is that person sitting down in our office saying, I have crucified so many people for not walking righteous, for saying the wrong things, for not living by the book, for not following the rules of the Bible, not the rules of the Bible, but the law or of the Bible or whatever the case may be. And I've crucified so many people, and I've looked down and I was judgmental to people, right? And I'm sitting here.
You saying you speaking on the people that are judgmental? They believe that everything is black or white or right and wrong. See, I don't live my life in that space. I understand that there's gray areas, but go ahead.
Right. But they have lived their life like that until it came up to this point in time. And at this point in time, they have also done things that went against that moral basis, and then they feel a certain way because it's like, here I have in the past judged all these people for doing X, Y, and Z and for not living a righteous life or what I think is a righteous life, and here I am doing the total opposite and putting myself in and being in the position to do some of the same things.
But that's what they say. You never know what you're gonna do until you place in that position.
Yeah.
So you've been criticizing these people because you were never in certain positions. Now you're in a position and you violated. So like I'm saying, even me with my kids, I'm gonna go down with my kids no matter what. I used to tell my kids all the time when they were coming up going through school, I can get you out of anything besides what you post on social media. If you post it and there's visual evidence of it, you did the shit. So anything other than that, my kid ain't do it. My kid ain't do it. What are you talking about?
Exactly. I agree.
Yeah, my kid ain't do it, man. We ain't doing that. I'm riding with my kids.
Well, let us know in the chat.
Yeah, let us know in the chat.
Y'all
if,
rocking for y'all kids.
or riding with your kids, or you gonna be like Aisha and be like, I'll Make sure I talk to the lawyer for you.
Yeah, facts. We gonna line you up good.
Yeah, we gonna get you a good. We gonna get you a good lawyer. I'm gonna come visit you and all
Yeah.
that. No,
I don't know if I'm gonna help you move the
I'm
body.
going down with the ship, man.
Right.
Matter of fact, I don't even want you to help me move the body because you about to be crying
Yeah.
and be on some dumb shit.
Exactly.
Just let me do it. You go ahead about your business.
Exactly.
Matter of fact, get him up out of here. Send him
Yeah.
away.
Right.
Well, that motherfucker somewhere far.
Facts. Yeah, I ain't doing that. But welcome to episode. What is this? 168.
168.
Welcome to episode 168, people. This is Uncensored Minds, the world's greatest conversation. Now, we were speaking on a thing about influences and what you watch and consume and how that influences your life and or character and or how you move about your daily balance. So where did you want to go with this now?
You know, this is an extension of our show on Wednesday. Telemade Kicks. If you are not subscribed and notified on that, make sure you go on there and check that out. Real great show on Wednesday nights at 8. But at the end of the show, we kind of talked about some of the things that we got coming up, or some of the things that we're watching. What are we doing? What are we doing? You know, for ourselves in the new year. And we talked about the different shows that we're watching and also the type of different things that we're reading. And it just came to me is how are the things that we are consuming, i.e., TV shows, books, just social media, how is that impacting our mental health? What is that doing for our overall mental? Are we now so much in consumption of these things that we are allowing that to infiltrate our daily life and the way we act, the way we speak, the way we dress, the way we think, the way we talk, the way we interact with people? Are we allowing those things that we see to be a facilitation of our daily extension? What you think, Ish?
I definitely think that a lot of what we consume, whether it be internet, whether it be the socials, whether it be movies, TV shows, reality shit, like that definitely impacts us on the day to day. I can speak for myself when I say that I know sometimes when I'm just watching constantly, like I feel the need to just like watch ratchet shit or just like I don't know, funny, wild, ratchet shit. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like after I watch that, it gets me in the space of that mentality. And then I'll be having to dig myself like, bitch, what? Like, why? Like, you know, how does your focus get so off track and so quickly? You know what I mean? Because it's just like it's like a dopamine almost sometimes when you're on some of these socials or if you're watching certain things, like you kind of gravitate and keep going back to the same type of shit. And then it is not until you realize that your train of thought then starts to shift and move into that same sort of direction, not completely but somewhat, and then you like, what the fuck is happening? And you know, that's when you kind of have to like detach, or you kind of have to just like round that shit up and be like, oh, let me get back to where I need to be, because this shit has got me off to another fucking stratosphere.
No matter what, and the reason why like, it weighs on me a lot is just think when we were coming up, the three of us had this conversation. What was on TV? The Cosby Show, A Different
Cosby
World.
Show, different world. Good positive things. Even
Yeah.
even Martin and things like that. It wasn't really negative.
What's the house where they lived in the an apartment and they had like hair, like big hair?
They had big hair. You talking about the Jeffersons?
The Jeffersons or Good Times.
Good Times.
But because even then, that's what I was going to say. Even the struggle was cool, but they was a family. They were together, like their trials and tribulations. They were a unit. So it wasn't like the ratchetness that we see, the disconnect in families that we see now. None of that. This was all positive, and even during their struggles, they were still together in a unit.
And now what do we see? Everything is about the breaking up of homes and how can we I got you moment, and everything is I'm sleeping with this person, catch you with this person, or it's just nothing of balance and substance to where it's highlighting the positivities within us.
Right.
It's not challenging our minds to say I want to do better, I want better. Everything is a negative and not something enriching that will help us to grow mentally.
Yeah.
I don't think it's all that a negative. I think it's the value system has moved. So where it used to be about our family or family life, now it's about who's getting money, who got the biggest house, who's got the best car. If you're not getting money, then you're a failure. If you're not getting money, then the girls don't want you. If you're a girl, you should mess with a nigga with money. I think it's all turned around to money over a family.
Even that, but just like we talked about a different world showed us the intricacies of going away to school. And not saying everybody got to go to school, but what it also showed is the balance of friendships,
Right.
how different walks of life comes together and forges bonds, and how different situations and scenarios could have broke up those bonds, but the strength of the bond kept you together. Right. Now you see every show where this girl could have came and y'all was friends 2 weeks ago. Now y'all talking about each other's business to somebody else, and now y'all bickering and stabbing each other in the back, and you finding ways to once, which was a friendly foundation, how to totally blow that up. Right. To where it's entertainment, and it's like, why? And we consume those things, and we wonder why our unions are have holes in them.
Right.
We wonder why our communication ain't the best, because we don't know how to communicate. Because we out on dates and we sitting there with our phones in our hands, looking at even more trash, or we trying to be in private investigators and trying to dig up dirt on somebody to use it against them and saying, let me find out who they are for myself. Because you could have had a past 5 years ago, or you could have gotten yourself together just a couple of months ago, and now you choose to do better. Right. And somebody's holding you hostage because of something that you used to be, or you were, or something that you came out of. That's crazy.
I mean, even on speaking about different world, I actually told my son about this too before. So it's like when we graduated high school, seeing different world, it showed you the option of being able to go to college, because most of the people that we graduated high school with, they just got a job and became a parent or whatever. It was just like that was regular life. It wasn't nobody thinking about going to college. That wasn't a thing. And different world showed us that that was an option.
Yeah.
So now the world is changing. So even they're not even looking at college as the first option anymore. They're looking at being an entrepreneur. So that's the thing now. So I'm in the transition of my son's in college, but he's also working on his craft about being an entrepreneur. So I'm trying to make sure he gets both.
Multifaceted. That's the beauty of, but that's the beauty of having a woke parent, right? Or a parent that has been through those tribulations and trials, but also have seen different aspects that built structure within them and say, all right, cool, I get it. The world is changing. And you can't be like of yesteryear, but you got to be able to progress. But still, you got to have some type of something to fall back.
Got to have a foundation.
Yeah, if that entrepreneurship don't work out,
right.
Like you got to have something to be able to continue to carry your entrepreneurship, right. Or your entrepreneurial spirit, I should say, in order to have a little bit of knowledge. And people going to say in the comments, and people who watch this going to say college ain't always about learning. Right. It's about networking.
Right.
And that's
I stand on that.
Yeah, that's my biggest takeaway from college. I cannot tell you nothing that I learned in college about how to network. I got a degree. Right. I can't tell you a math formula, but I know how to network. I know how to talk to people. I know how to sit around people that come from different walks of life and be able to still have conversations of what life looks like and how to progress through that. And that's what that teaches us. But we don't have that. TikTok and social media and these ratchet shows teaches us to fuck all that.
Right.
It's about getting the fast, easy money, and everything is glamorous, and no one works anymore. Everybody just goes to brunch and
right.
and walks down Rodeo Drive with a Gucci bag in their hand, and or the latest flyer sneaks, and it looks good, and it teaches us nothing but laziness, complacency, not having to be transparent to our own self, because who holds us accountable?
So it's just like, I think Ish was speaking about this earlier and saying that when she watches it, she can't help but to sometimes fall prey to that influence on her. So it's like, even when I was a young boy and I was listening to Ready to Die and All Eyes on Me, I didn't want to go outside and be Tupac.
I ain't want to shoot the block.
Yeah, I mean, so there becomes a determination in yourself or in the people. Like, do y'all watch with the peaceful? Like, say if it's like your partner or whoever you're getting to know, do you pay attention to what they're paying attention to?
That's a good question. I suppose it, right?
I think sometimes in the beginning it's you're so enamored by so many other things that you don't really pay it. I mean, well, me, I'm going to speak for me. I can't speak for others. That you don't really pay attention to what it is that they're indulging in or that they're consuming. But I think as time goes along, it's hard not to. You know what I mean? And it's hard not to see what they're consuming and how that could be a reflection of some of their behaviors. Because just like you said, like when I sit and I watch some of that shit, I be feeling like, oh, I want to be toxic too a little bit. I want to call this bitch and start some shit
Right.
from 15 years ago, because you know what? Sheree just did it on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Like, you know what I mean? That type of shit. But I think when you step outside of that and you see what's actually happening with people around you and how they're behaving, you're like, oh, yeah, I can't be doing this shit, because look at how this shit is really making you look. It's making you look weird as fuck. You know what I mean? So,
No, do you pay attention to that, like with the people that you're dealing with, what they're consuming and what they're influenced by?
I'm very cognizant of it. I'm very cognizant of it, because I understand, from childbirth, we're put they put things in front of us to hold our attention, to either quiet us down or to just to entertain us. And that's basically what it is putting this in front of you based upon wherever you are at mentally, and to control you and steer you to that place. Absolutely. I'm paying attention to the certain things that's watched, how you move, what you do, what you consume, what you like, some of your dislikes as well, because I want to be able to play on those things in a positive aspect. Valentine's Day is coming up. I want to be able to play on something that will make you happy, something that you might not was expecting, because it's going to bring you a little joy on that day, even though that day means nothing to me, because my day for us is every day, as far as loving you and wanting to give you presents. It doesn't have to necessarily be on the 14th, but I know the world tells us that if you don't celebrate it on this day, it's not real.
Facts.
Or if you're not buying flowers and candy on this day, it's not real. But that's not real.
Facts.
So, absolutely, you being cognizant and paying attention to the things that, your person got going on. You hope you are. Yeah, and we fall short of that. But you should exactly, and we talked about this on so many different shows, you should know exactly the big things and some of the small things that you can do for your person just to get an arousal out of them.
so do y'all find, oh, sorry, T.
You good? Go ahead.
Do y'all find, like, do you think that you could disengage yourself or detach yourself from someone who is so consumed in the outside world that it is affecting who they are as an individual, and you're finding yourself cutting them off because of that?
That's what I was about to say. I was going to say I super pay attention to it because I want to see if you are a person who your whole existence is based on how you're influenced by outside things. When you don't know who you are as a person, and I can see your whole existence comes from the influence of the things that are around you, I know that this is a problem.
And yo, I know it's easy to say that's not me.
Right.
I know it's easy to let that go right past your ear. Grab it and look at it, cause that shit is real, and it's real in all of us. It's real in all of us, right? Because being influenced is something that we all are. There's something that influences us.
It happens.
You got me. I'm influenced by fashion and sports and this. You know, he's influenced by what he's influenced by. Each has her influences. We all got our influences, but are we allowing our influences? And this is what T was getting at. Are you allowing your influences to
dictate who you are?
your movements and who you are? You got a lot of people who have no profile
Right.
of their own. Their profile is made up of everything that is of something else,
Right.
and they attach themselves to that because it's easy, it's safe, it has a home. Instead of saying, all right, this is who I am. I'm vanilla. I'm plain. I'm loud. I'm boisterous. I'm funny. I'm mad. I'm whatever. It's harder to do that than it is to just attach yourself to something that's safe. And far too often, are you attaching yourself to things that's safe because it has a home for a lot of other people to say, "Oh, I watched that.
Right.
I do that. I did that." Now you got something in common with somebody that you can talk about something to because there really may not be no one to talk to.
Like it's a thin line. I would say it's a thin line where you could watch some ratchet shit, and you could watch that for entertainment, but then you could watch some ratchet shit, and now you're acting like that. So that's the difference.
Or you watching it and you now allowing that to become your vocabulary.
Facts.
You allowing that to become your movement in life. Like I've seen people totally make a 360 based upon what they see because now
Facts.
they watching these damn I court you shows and now they investigating every little thing and they not living life within their self. Or they starting to now everybody's standing on business and everybody
That's
is
what I'm saying.
outside and they you don't know what the fuck like we said before. Out being outside mean you in the mix. It don't mean you just went outside because you put clothes on today and you staying outside in the sunshine.
Right. That's just like when we seen the woman thing where you've been around this woman your whole life, and then all of a sudden, every time she say something, she say period at the end. You was never saying that shit before.
Never.
Now you saying period at the end of every sentence. That's not even you.
Not true.
So you don't even know who you are. You're just grasping onto whatever the hottest slang is or the hottest trend is right now. And now this is becoming who you are. And that's the influence that I was speaking about. You have to determine who you are outside of that.
And it's entertainment. We get it. Yeah. It's meant to entertain.
Right.
Not meant to captivate and cultivate our thoughts into making us now
Right now, that's your whole existence.
Right.
Like
That's
put
why
that
you gotta
shit down, pick up a book and do something. Like I'm like it bothers me, and the reason why these are topics is because we will recite. We can tell you what happened on Real Housewives of Atlanta,
Right.
or whatever that your vice is, but your career goals that you said you had for yourself, you don't even know you don't even know how to get started,
Right. That definitely people forget the balance of it.
or you don't even know what you've learned to help you move on in something that you said you wanted to do. And it's scary. It ain't even funny no more. It's scary. Because we are the generation and the generations before us that didn't have to worry about those influences because we went outside.
Right.
And we learned how to play with others.
Right.
We didn't have to rely on technology to teach us and show us different things. We went out there and did it. But now we're regressing. We are now a culture and a society and a group of people who are now letting technology dictate our existence instead of creating the technology for others' existence. That's a scary part. We taking a step back in a sense, and we're allowing other generations to pass us. Like this new generation is fast.
Right.
They with it. They kind of like, I don't want to work at this job because that shit ain't for me.
Right.
I'm gonna create a job.
Right.
I'm gonna go get some paper. I'm gonna go get some money. I'm gonna get it how I need to get it. And we try and figure out how to keep up with them.
Right.
That's scary.
Fact. That is scary, and that's why I said it's all in the things that you value. Like even I don't know if that was his last episode or 2 episodes ago when we were talking about the locks and the hairstyles, and how have you seen it from this was something that she might have been on, or now she's following the trend. Now people getting locks because it's trendy.
I remember they used to be called dirty.
Right.
Remember people used to stay. I remember, and because we have a large, the three of us know this, especially being from Southwest. We had a large conglomerate of, we called them the move people,
Right.
who had locks, and we just thought that was the dirtiest thing ever. Within the past 3 to 4 years, they have now become super trendy.
Right.
It ain't even about that culture there.
Right.
It's now a trend.
Right.
And some people are like, oh, I'm doing it because it's easy. It look good. They don't know why they doing it.
Right.
Yeah.
They did it because somebody else said it looked good on that person. And it looked good, and they just, we're gonna get in trouble for that. But
That's all right.
because people, will think that we singling them out. But it's like, did you do it
Right.
for a reason, or did you do it because it's trendy?
Right.
And two, circling back to when you were saying it's scary, and T, you touched on this too. Like, I feel like it's scary because people always find it easy and find comfort in other shit, like in others' toxic behaviors, because they can see themselves in those characters at times. So, like it's times, yeah, absolutely, where I could see myself in some of the ratchet stuff that goes on TV, and I fall, head first into multiple episodes, and then I gotta pull myself out of it. But I think it's easy because people find solace in that which takes away and deflects from their own faults, their own behaviors. So it's easy to fall into the shit that's popular, or that people are gravitating to, or that people are talking about, or that people like. Oh, well, did you see what she had on? Or did you see how she had her hair? Or did she see when she said period? Or did she, like, you know what I mean? It's people gravitate to that because they don't have their own identity. They don't feel like they're crafty or trendy enough to stand on their own and to stand in their own light. You know what I mean? And I feel like too also, and this is why I be having to pull myself back from shit like that when I see myself like idling in one space too long.
Right.
When you idle in one space too long, you take away from feeding your own shit.
Right.
You take away from feeding your own talents. You take away from feeding your own voice. You take away from shining your own light because you're giving so much time, thought, and effort into pulling from other shit that's around you that you feel like might be cool, might be popular, might be this, might be that you take away from yourself. Most people don't take a moment to even realize that shit.
But not only that, there's a difference from seeing something and being like, all right, I like that. And then being like, no, this is trendy, so I'm gonna do it. But you don't even like it. You're just doing it because it's trendy. Right. So you have to, find your balance and knowing who you are to say, am I doing this because I like it, or am I doing it because it's trendy?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we all familiar with this movie, Paid in Full. I remember the scene where they sitting down eating lunch at the little joint.
Everybody checking you, checking me on flashy and shit. That's not my thing.
You just boring, that's all. That's all.
I ain't that boring. I really ain't that boring.
Big shit. What, I'm supposed to take this and go shopping?
If I'm so boring, then what why you with me?
First of all, I ain't impressed by that. I'm with you because I'm boring too. Right?
And she was like, nigga, he had to pass a little money, and she was like, you like me because whatever. He's like, nah, we both corny.
Right.
I like you because you corny.
I'm boring and you boring.
Yeah, like you boring, I'm boring. Like I like you because of that.
Right.
You ain't gotta put on this front end or this show. You ain't gotta be more than that. I'm with you because I'm with you, and that's what it gotta be.
Right.
If you with a person solely based upon I like them because they who they is like that.
Right.
Don't or if you know I'm who I am and I'm bland, vanilla, and corny to the world, but to me I'm popping, then be popping. Don't succumb to popular opinions and don't sacrifice yourself for the betterment of what others may say you is. And we're gonna have so many people saying, "Oh, I don't do that."
Right.
Yes, we do. Because how many people are so unbothered? We were talking about this earlier. You got a world full of unbothered people.
Right.
But the moment we say something, feathers are ruffled,
Right.
skin's crawling, eyebrows is arched, and scowls on your face because you're bothered. Right. But you're not bothered, right, Ish?
Right.
How many times have you seen somebody post that and I know you like them? Because you like every fucking thing. Me and T jump on your ass about
I
that.
know, all the time.
But how many times have you seen an unbothered post? Mm-hmm. Or this, that, and the third? Mm-hmm. I ain't succumbing to that. I'm not subscribing to that. But it be a bother when we say something.
But before you get influenced by the things that you may see on TV, you got to know that most of that shit is not real.
Fake.
Facts.
It's rented.
Fake.
They're not really living like that.
Fake.
It's all for the show.
Fake.
It's staged.
Fake.
It wasn't even a real fight.
Fake. The cast was fake.
Right.
Cast is influencers on Instagram.
Right. When she
Got a
left,
script.
look, Nell, when she left, she had to turn that bag back in.
Fake. Yeah. Or after they shot that scene of somebody catching somebody cheating, they went to their respective spouses who was standing on the side clapping for them because they did a good job on that scene. That shit is fucking fake. Everything like it's so scripted and it's so fake that we are so trained to see past the fake and think everything is believable. Mm-hmm. And why are we entertained by somebody else's flaws? I don't want to see nobody fall. I don't want to see nobody fall. I want to see people winning. I'm happy when I see somebody win. Not when somebody getting caught up, somebody losing it all, somebody in a fight, somebody doing all this crazy stuff that's going to bring drama and strife to their day or they future. I don't want to see that. I want to see people winning. That's why we watch sports, because there's a winner.
Facts.
That's why I'm consumed with the positive shit. And I stay up off of that because I want to see people win. I'm tired of seeing people lose. I seen people lose all my life. I'm tired of seeing it. I want to see people make it and win, because the more winners we got, a lot more happiness is out here. People are unhappy because they ain't winning. And they don't know how to win, because everything that's around them is designed to show them losses. What shows do we got that people, after all of that, show a positive winning side?
Right.
They keep going on the next season, and they start a new season off with Scrappy is with this one.
It's the Girls Love Baddies East now. They're on the Zeus network. They're watching everything on the Zeus network. There's all kinds of toxicity and girls fighting each other. And it's like, that's all you want to look at all day, every day?
That or the Tyler Perry network, where they got every show is about this girl sleeping with that guy, and that guy is this, and homosexuality.
He's really gay.
And it just homes are being broken up, and I caught you cheating.
And whose baby is it?
Yeah, exactly. And we subscribe every week to it. We can't wait till Wednesday nights and Thursday nights on BET. You know what I mean?
So be careful, people.
Y'all even bought BET Plus before y'all bought healthcare.
Facts.
So you can see a certain show. Like you need new glasses because your old glass prescription is gone, but you much rather pay $17.99 for the new Hulu subscription.
Well, listen, now you're going to get in trouble. Preach.
Because
you ain't told no lie.
If you staring at people wrong, then we part of this problem.
Facts. Positivity always normally comes last because it's boring.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say too.
You got an old beat up ass car that ain't even getting you to A and B, but god damn it, you damn sure is pulling up that TV every Wednesday and Thursday and Friday to watch that ratchet shit. And that car that you need to be investing in, like you investing your time into these TV shows, is gonna get you to A and B, which is gonna put C in your pocket. You ain't concerned about that, but you concerned about sitting your ass right in front of that TV and watching these crazy ass shows. That way you can brag about them to your little friends on a social site that is making millions and billions of dollars every day at the comfort of at the expense of us.
Facts. I say that all the time. Like, they got their money over here, and y'all keep feeding it. Y'all keep feeding it.
At this point right now, I much rather feed an artist who has written a book and helped showcase their mental capacity by putting out this book that's going to help enrich my mind for those minutes that I'm reading it. It's adding knowledge and value, plus it's adding commerce to their craft.
And to each his own, we're not telling you what to watch, what to do, none of that. We're just saying make sure you have a balance. Make sure you don't let that influence change who you are as a person. Make sure you know who you are as a person.
Sure.
And, try to better yourself. Don't let the bullshit get you caught up.
Yeah, don't let it get you caught up.
Yeah, don't let the bullshit get you caught up.
That's the message. That's always the message. I think our messages be getting lost because people hear what they want to hear and they'll get defensive. It's not nothing. We're not trying to tell you what to do. It's just a different outlook. It's just a different way of thinking. Like we need these conversations where people going, telling us, yo, look at this from a different perspective. Because if people telling you do it the other way, you're gonna go do it the other way. If people telling you, yo, fuck her up, you in fuck her up mode.
Right.
If everybody telling you should be defensive and you should be overly emotional, like what's the new phrase for this year? I'm in my soft girl era. Everybody soft girl era, or everybody in they soft era, but the moment you say something that's totally off, they in they hot girl era again. We went from hot girl era to soft girl era. Now what is it? So
we confused. We as men are confused.
You confused, T?
Yeah, I don't know if you in your hot girl era. I don't know if you in your soft girl era. I don't know if you in your masculinity.
You don't know if you're overly aggressive.
Right.
You don't know what to do.
We could get right into that.
It's confusion.
So we did speak on a little bit of aggression last week, but where do you want to take this, Ish, in the sense of the aggressive woman, and can men handle that? Where do you want to go with that?
So maybe we should just maybe start off where the conversation or the direction that I was going with when I was having it with my cousin, whereas she put herself on a dating app.
Right.
She listed herself looking for something casual, not a relationship, not wanting anything too serious. She started talking to this guy. After a few conversations, she reiterated.
Can you state the ages for both of these?
59 and I think 54.
Okay.
And she reiterated her thought for casualness, basically just saying, yeah, come on over and, let's spend some time together. He didn't really get the hint, and she was like, basically, bottom line is I want to fuck.
Right.
And, okay, they continued conversations even after she said that. He was with it. He expressed, hey, listen, I do certain things with my guys. I watch basketball, so I'm allotting a specific amount of time with you.
Right.
In those 3 hours, she basically says, okay, well, we're going to set it up and we're going to fuck for these 3 hours pretty much. And he was cool. He was with it. He decided to come over.
Right.
And when he got there and she was ready to fuck, it was, oh, wait a minute. You're too aggressive. You're too bold. You're too upfront. You're too for me. But she was like, but we've had conversations. Right. And this is what I've said that I wanted. This is what I've outlined that I needed. I didn't want anything more than that. And you were with it. Right. And it's just like, okay, yeah, I might have been going along with it, but I guess I really wasn't with it.
Right.
So are men turned off? Let's just say, are men turned off by too aggressive women that are too aggressive?
I want to say that I got two takes on this. So some men are turned off by this because some men do when they're still in their traditional roles, or they like old fashioned kind of things where the man leads, the man makes the first moves, things of that nature. So some men do, they don't like too aggressive women. But also older men, and I can't speak for all of them, but in my experience of knowing and or seeing older men, they just not with they in their chill era. They trying to watch TV and chill, and if we just happen to have sex when we going to bed or whatever, then so be it. But they're not in that mind frame of, yeah, I got a shorty that we just fucking. I don't particularly see older men in that phrase of mind or on that type of time. What's your thoughts now?
And we also talked about this too, and I think you brought up a good point that we both did about just how things is presented to us, and it's a slippery slope. It's a catch-22 because on one aspect where it's ingrained in us to be
Gentlemen,
a gentleman.
to not bring the sexual
Yeah.
energy first.
Not don't drop the dick pics in the DMs and chill off with that. Chill with all the overly aggressive sexual talking and court me and dine me and take me out and make me feel wanted and needed and a woman. Right? Y'all tell us that all the time. And in the moment that energy is presented, especially to an older guy, because this gentleman was older, right? They're just minds that is different.
Right.
You know, just maybe and I know y'all gonna say y'all got it's probably guys that older guys who's dropping dick pics in y'all comments and aggressively.
So at 50 plus years old, I'm not sending out dick pics.
Oh, they be sending them out. Trust.
But you know, but it's just it's a taken aback when we're the hunted instead of the hunters.
So would you guys rather she not be open and honest that way, or would you
not
rather
saying
her
that.
take like just a little milder approach? Because my cousin is just, and I know she would be cool with me sharing this. Well, one, I've already told her that I was sharing it, but two, I feel like she would be cool with me saying that my cousin is like very in your fucking face,
Right.
and she not sugarcoating shit, like, you know what I mean? So
Nah,
That's
love
again goes back to each his own because you gonna have men who with it.
right. That's what I'm about to say. I love women who own their shit and who are aggressive. Like I don't mind the aggressiveness. She just picked the wrong nigga to be aggressive with.
And there's nothing wrong with him.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with him. It's just
He
it's
know
just
that
not
type of
his
time.
vibe. It's not his personality.
so then why not say that? What do all right, so let me say
Because
this.
he
Men
probably
think that-
didn't even believe it at
Right,
at
okay.
both of their
That's what I was
ages.
about to ask.
At both of their ages, he probably just didn't believe that that's what she actually was on.
Because how many times?
Serious.
How many times have you just let's be honest? How many times have you talking to somebody? The conversation went sexual.
Right.
You're saying you're good at this.
Right.
And you can do this, and you like this, you like that. He could have just took it as
Conversation.
That's conversation.
Right.
That's her being boisterous about herself and being confident in herself, not thinking that that's basically all she wanted.
Right.
He could have just thought it was just talk.
Right.
Okay. So, like, yeah, that's what I'm saying too. Like, thinking that it's just talk, right? Do you feel like sometimes that people really just want to hear themselves say this shit? To portray something that they're really not? Like, does this happen often?
I think it could be both. I think it
Okay.
could be both. I think sometimes people do just talk the talk, but some people also walk the walk.
Yeah, there's people that walk it,
Right.
talking like they talk it, but you got a lot of people that just talk.
Right.
You know,
That's why I say it's confusing to us as men because we don't know which one of y'all we gonna get.
I'm sure Chief heard this before and he even said it. How many times have you heard somebody say they the shit and
Right.
a woman?
Right.
They do all this and that. And how many times has it been that you are more or less creating the
Right,
you're
less times
creating
than
the motion?
Right.
And that's no knock on her. It's just she could have said she'd do all these things, but he's energizing that.
I mean, less. I mean, more times than not, even when you come across a girl who's with the shits, she still wants you to be the lead. So she still wants you to start it off or spark it off. That's just the nature of how things have been, or how people may be raised in a sense. I don't mind the overly aggressive woman, but she has to pick the guy that's cool with that.
Yeah.
Right.
And it don't have, and then some people gonna say, well, he just was not that much into her. He could have really
Right,
been
but
into her.
he just
still
might been
could
a
be.
slow.
It's
He just
just
might,
him.
his process is just slower.
His process is slow. He just is him. He might not just be in it for just that.
Right.
You know.
So do you think the overly aggressive women find it hard? Because sometimes, you can be overly aggressive in certain spaces, and then you can find yourself real, like, milder in other situations. Do you think that overly aggressive women have a hard time balancing the two? Like, thinking that maybe men want a
Right.
woman who is aggressive or assertive.
Yeah, I think they
or
definitely overthink it. But it's also like it always boils down to knowing your person. So it's just like Nell might be a guy that's like, if he's out with a girl and she try to suck him off like right there in front of the table in front of people, he could be like, yo, it's people around. I might be the nigga that be like, I don't give a fuck who's around. If you go do what you doing, go ahead and do what you doing. So it's all that knowing your person.
And that don't mean I don't want to get sucked off, or he don't want it. It just could mean like, all right, this is a little bit too much for me right now. But it could a number of different things, and you got to know your person and know what their roles and their comforts, and you can get the peak performance out of them when you know what it is.
Right. So I don't think it's anything wrong with the overly aggressive woman. It's all in who you choose to be overly aggressive with. The person that you choose has to be comfortable with that. And more or less than not, I'm gonna say that most men probably don't like that, because most men like to be the lead.
I think it's just not even that. It's just that's what we are so bored up and told that we have to be, and then we get what you start talking to certain chicks, and you got to start their engine, right? And if you don't, then they gonna kill you, and you got to do all these things because that's what we're told. How many times have we said it on the show, and others have said it on the show, and comments and this and that, and they want a guy to lead, and they want a guy to be a protector and a provider. And then you get the 1 out of 5
Right.
that's just ready to just pull your pants down right then and then, and you're just like, whoa, shorty. And some guys is with it. At 59 years old, he might be with it, but might not be with it in that situation setting.
Right.
All right, so let me ask y'all this.
What's up?
Do you think it's different for somebody you just met versus somebody that you've been with, say, 6 months? Like, would you rather, like, your chick
No, I don't believe it.
come with that energy versus a new girl? Like, would you rather, like, somebody new that you're just dating be the milder person and then she grows aggressive?
No, I'm a Capricorn. You could bring that aggression over this way.
Like, because, some people, like maybe...
Yeah, some people need like to warm up.
Excuse me,
Some
this
people like to warm
gentleman.
up. Some people like to
Yeah.
warm up.
Maybe
Or some
he
people
might
like to
like
get
to
to know you, and then we
Yeah.
can get into all
Then
that.
pounce on me.
If I just met you and you with the shits, I'm with the shit, shorty.
Yeah.
Everybody different. Every situation different. You know what I mean? You never know your level of like for a person. You never know what
Yeah,
feeling
that
at
could
that
change
moment.
on each specific person.
It could change each specific day. He could have been like, nah, this ain't it right now, shorty. But a week from now, he gonna be like, yo, let's get the fuck on.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, I guess it just really all depends.
I just think at that specific age, she needs a younger nigga.
Yeah, what she want is for somebody who just after that have no conscience in that sense.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's cool. Look at her, somebody that's gonna dig her down.
Yeah.
But then she can't remember. She gotta remember that's her lane. That's what she
Right. Right. But I think too she's having, trouble with juggling and being in a space, not juggling, but just being in a space with what to do and how to do it, when to do it, what's too much, what's not enough, what's like,
That's
that
what I
space of
mean.
juggling those.
That's what I mean. This is all goes back to knowing yourself. Like when you know yourself, you don't have to overthink these things.
Right.
Because if this is something that you want to do, it's not a thought process. You just bust a move. If you want to suck the nigga dick, I don't want you to sit there thinking about should I suck his dick. No, just go suck my dick. If that's who you are and that's what you want to do, go ahead and do it. If you thinking about it, it's not you.
Right. Right. And that's I think what's happening is, you come across 3 or 4 guys that's not with it. So then you like, okay, am I just too much? Then that's what I'm saying. She's juggling
Or it
with
might
what
be-
she and what and how she is. And it's not a basis of should I suck this nigga dick. It is okay, am I being too aggressive
Am I scaring niggas
am I
off?
scaring niggas off by
Or
being this aggressive?
stop thinking. Sometimes it could just be because we'll talk to a girl. I'm sure we both had these instances where a girl like, oh, I want to do this. Well, why didn't you?
Facts.
Because I didn't know what you was going to think.
Right.
I
Yeah,
was going to
that's
think nothing.
definitely-
The fuck was I was
Yeah.
going to be like, all right, or I want to do this, but I don't know what you want to think. You can't know what I'm
Or
going to until we do
that's
it.
what I'll say. Or even if you have those thoughts, then you know you're not with the right nigga. If you gotta think about this shit that you're with the person that you want to do it with, you're either on a process of building a relationship. Now, if you're building a relationship, then that's something different. You want to take your time and get to know somebody. But if you had conversations and we said that we both on this type time, we don't need to have no more conversations. Conversations is over.
Or Ish, you've heard people say, oh, if I'm in the bed and I roll over and I want to just suck his dick, I'm gonna suck his dick or jump on it. It never happens.
Facts.
Cause you be waiting for that motherfucker to jump on my dick, jump my dick while I'm asleep, and it never happens. Why? Cause they don't. It's talk sometimes. They just be talking. They want to sometimes they start talking and it sounds good.
Right.
And they really be want to do that, but act on that shit. Cause then when you don't, it just. It's a lot of things that go into the things that we probably process things. Don't if you saying I want to do this, just go do it.
Right. Even if she ever feels like she's
That might uncover him.
right. Even if she ever feels like she's scaring niggas off or she's being too aggressive, have the conversation and ask the nigga, do you like aggressive women? If he's an honest nigga, he's gonna say, yes, I like aggressive women, or no, I don't. So then you don't it's no more thought processing because we already had the conversation of it. Yeah. So if I say, yes, I like aggressive women, I'm not gonna, as soon as you come over and jump on me, I'm not gonna be like, whoa. I told you I like aggressive women, so I'm gonna let you go ahead and rock.
Right.
But if she like him enough that she's gonna be aggressive and do it to him just right off a rip, I like the guy. So
Yeah, she
see where it gonna go, because he might her unlocking something in him he might be like, damn, I didn't think Shorty was with that.
Yeah.
Now I might match her energy because I see what she on.
Yeah.
It could be that. Sometimes you never know.
I don't believe in
You ever been hold down?
But
You have never been with a. Have you ever been in a situation where you ain't think Shorty was on that type time, and she came around you and she was on that type time?
Yeah.
You was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
All right, now we rocking.
Yeah, but I'm talking about in the sense of we smashed and she wasn't on that type time, and then now all of a sudden she's on that type time. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about if she's that, she's that. If she ain't that, then she ain't that. That's my experience.
That's true. But you got some situations where people like the first time might not been comfortable.
They was holding back.
They was scoping the scenery.
oh yeah.
You know what I mean? They was on a ain't nothing joint.
But that's why I always have conversations first. So I always have conversations first about what you like to get into, and that's what it is. So then there's no holding back on the first time. Because we already had the conversations about whatever it is, however you trying to do whatever you trying to do. That's why I said my experiences don't waver. Could be. Some people are like that, but I have the conversations up front, so I already know what it is, and it normally doesn't change from me. But you seen that change where she was holding back and then she got comfortable?
Yeah. At the time, you get people get comfortable. Some people just don't know how to take you. Some people just don't know how to take the situation. It could just be this is the first time we
But
met.
that's why it's so confusing.
That's why we're so confused.
But my thing is, how can conversations be confusing?
No, it's so confusing.
Because
It's
people
so.
lie in
That's what I'm about to say. It's so confusing because even in the sense that Nell's talking about where she got comfortable, did she get comfortable or is she trying to do this to impress him now?
It's like, are you masking something? Are you
Right.
uncovering something? Are you holding back? Like a number of different things can go into that. Like you could have been with a girl for 6 months to a year, and she ain't never get that. And then there's one time she go crazy.
Right.
Where the fuck did this come from?
Facts.
Because now I'm comfortable. Now I can be me.
But
Now,
that's always my question. Is she now comfortable or is she doing this to please you? And that's not really her.
But that's beautiful. Is that not growth or maturity where somebody is like, all right, I know he likes this.
Right.
I'm gonna go full head on. I'm gonna go full heads up with it because he like it, and because I like this dude.
Nah,
That's not me, but I like this dude, so I'm gonna go crazy.
I mean, to each his own, but I don't like that because I like for you to make decisions on who you are and what you're comfortable with.
You
Like,
can't make that in the beginning though, because
Why not? How can't
let's say neither one of us like to eat ass.
right?
Let's say you develop a ass appetite. You ain't like that in the beginning, but you like shorty. You comfortable with shorty. You willing to do something that's gonna please her because you fuck with her like that. That's different. You can grow into that role. I'm not gonna grow into the ass eating role, but it could happen.
I don't know.
That's what we saying.
I don't think that that's true because I don't think that I'm going to grow into liking eating ass.
But
You just never know.
You never know.
I don't believe that.
I said I said as a kid, I remember being 16 saying, I never eat pussy. That's
Right,
nasty.
but that's when you're young. That's when you're young, and that's different.
Are we not young-minded by saying we're not going to eat ass because it's foreign to us and we're still
No,
immature?
because we're old as shit now.
Yeah, we are. I'm not eating ass. Please don't get
But you
excited.
just might want to eat some ass. Like, listen,
Right,
no,
Ish, what I'm saying is, yes, I might like you, and you might say, I want you to do this, so now I'm doing it for you. That's not going to change me on what if I like eating ass.
But are you... all right.
but you would conform to
Right,
eating
now I'm
ass
doing
just
it
to
for you.
please you.
That's
But
what I'm
doesn't
saying.
necessarily mean you like it.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I don't want the girl that suck my dick because I like getting my dick sucked. I want the girl who likes sucking dick.
Yeah, I definitely get that. I definitely get that.
But you're not mad at her for giving you something that you wanted.
No, I am mad at her because it's not genuine.
It might be
No,
genuine.
it is genuine
could be
because
genuine.
she genuinely cares about you enough to
Right, but she don't
do
like
something
it.
that she
She don't
doesn't
like
want
doing
to
this
do.
shit.
Yeah, but I mean, she's making a genuine effort. Now, her not liking it, I see what you're saying. It doesn't fall into the space of you're doing it because you like it. You're doing it to make it fit me, but it still means she's genuine.
Or what if she said, or what if the conversation was, I don't like doing oral because I'm just not comfortable with it. But let's say y'all now been together 2, 3, 4 years and she feels exclusive to you.
Right.
You exclusive to her. Now she's saying, I'm comfortable letting myself go because I know this is where we at. I wasn't comfortable in the first beginning of it because I just wasn't comfortable. Now I'm comfortable with it. I've learned to become comfortable because I'm in a better space with us. So
Okay.
now I'm gonna go crazy. That's a different vibe.
Okay, that's fine because it's still on her being comfortable with herself and figuring out if this is something that she's comfortable doing because she's like doing it. I still see a problem with somebody doing something for the person because the person likes it. I would need her to like what she's doing.
Yeah, because she's gonna put her back into it.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. But old head might grow into that role though. Old head might be like, I like shorty. Like she a little aggressive, but we vibe.
Yeah.
And she can't get upset about him not being.
Yeah. More or less, I haven't seen that. So each say if a nigga eat your pussy, right? Because you want him to eat your pussy, but he's not good at eating pussy because he don't like eating pussy. Do you still want him to eat your pussy?
No.
That's what I'm saying.
No, I don't. I do, and I definitely agree with you there. I just think that I would be like, well, damn, he gonna put his feelings aside to try to please me. Like, damn, that's like,
You still want it?
no. I mean, I could, cause you know, with shit like that, you can tell when a
That's what I'm
motherfucker don't
saying.
like
You could
doing it
tell.
or don't want to do it. Like they just doing it
See,
for
for
you.
us, we think logically. We thinking, all right, you don't like this, so why are you doing it? To where they may say, he's
I'm doing it
into
to
my
please you.
emotions.
Right.
I'm emotional.
Yeah.
You emotionally don't like me because you don't do this. So now he's
Right.
tapping into my emotions because he's giving me something that I know he doesn't like really doing.
Right,
So that
facts.
just means you're into me more. See, it's the way
the
of
confusion.
Logic versus emotions. It's confusing. That's why
confusion.
he's probably so confused. Like, damn, I really ran into one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Is this real or is this just talk?
Right. Right. Well, I guess we'll have to get the update,
Tell her to
guys,
get
for
a
my cousin.
21-year-old.
That's what I was about to say.
The 21-year-olds
And then he'll
that make
probably- the
$300 million
21-year-old.
is going around. So, go get him one
Yeah,
of
the
them.
21-year-old probably will run circles
what I was
around
about
her.
to
And then
say.
she'll be like, saying to me, Eesh, I can't fucking keep up. Like,
But older women, as we were talking about before, their sexual peak is heightened
Yeah,
in
this
their
is
40s
true.
and 50s and 60s, where a man is on the opposite. He's on his decline. Our sexual peaks is between teenagers, late teenagers, up into our late 30s, early 40s. And then we start to, decline to where the woman is here and we're here, and it always feels like we're missing each other.
Right.
You know what I mean?
All right, so let's play it out like this. Now, would you like the aggressive woman? If you're this dude, how does this play out?
I'm right in the middle. Calm and cool, little aggression. Because the overly aggressive, I've never experienced that, so I don't know. Could it be a turn off? It could. Just because of how we wired and what we think and how we see things, it could just be. It could be. I don't know. What's overly aggression? Let's define what over aggression is.
You chilling, you watching TV, and she trying to fuck. So she just start touching on you. She start pulling your dick out. She hop on top of you. She trying to fuck. Like she right at it.
I ain't mad at that. I'm not mad at that because that's uncommon.
Right.
That's beautiful.
But it's always like it's all the time. So it's like you might not be in a space for this. You might not be in the mood. You might physically, be going through one of your times, but she on it.
Okay. So sometimes then. Sometimes. Let's be honest. Sometimes. And nobody has a wrong answer.
That's what I'm saying. See, I'm the person who, even when I'm physically hurting, it's still up.
I don't mind you put my dick on stuff if I'm physically hurting.
We still fucking. I don't give a fuck. I've been fucking through the pain. I've been fucked through the pain.
You know what? I've never had that to where it's like, even through the pain, it was taken from me, so I didn't have to. I had it before. I don't know, but I don't know. I still could be like 50-50 with that.
See, I'm a Capricorn, man. I've been, in the times where you feel fucked up and you flipping and you rolling over and you hanging off the bed trying to get comfortable and all this kind of shit, and then she trying to fuck. I'm still trying to fuck. Like I'm gonna put that pain to the side.
My best drinks came when I didn't feel like that.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but who knows?
All right, Ish. Now you're the overly aggressive woman, and the guy is like, "Hold on, that's a bit much," or "I'm trying to chill right now." Does that hurt your feelings, or does that make you second guess? Am I doing too much? Am I scaring this nigga? Like, how does it work on your process?
Nah, I don't take offense to it. I don't feel any type of way about it.
Has a man ever told you that?
Yes.
And how did you feel when he said it to you?
I ain't feel no way. It did now. I didn't feel any type of way. I keep that portion of me real quiet though.
So you feel like you had to calm yourself
I
down.
suppress it a little bit until I know
So
that that
how do both of y'all feel about that? Having to suppress yourself in certain areas. How do y'all feel about that?
It's life.
it's like I feel like you do that just in about almost in a lot of facets in life. Period. So sex is just another
I
one.
feel like it's life, but it's levels and degrees to it. So, am I going to suppress and compromise myself for you? Yes, but at a certain point, it's going to start eating at me too. It's going to start digging at me
Of
too.
course, of course. So yeah,
But
like
that's
I
where
found,
maturity comes in too
yeah,
on both parties, because now it could be, I need to make a change. I need to rev my engine up a little bit because I'm a little slow on the draw. I need to do a little something more, and that's maturity. That's where maturity comes in, because now you start to see things from a different perspective. Like, all right, I need to do a little bit more. I need to be. I know my partner is this. I need to. Maybe I can't match that energy, but I need to bring my energy level up a couple of notches because I understand what that look like, and that's what maturity comes. That's what I was saying. Sometimes we gotta. Our mindset grows up, and we can say we wouldn't do something in the beginning, but now we're willing to sacrifice. Not even sacrifice. We're willing to come up to that level just because we want to be there, and that's growth. And that's not like I said I didn't want to do this before, so I'm only doing this to make you happy. Go compromise. But that compromise could be like, damn,
Battle.
I didn't know what I was missing.
Right.
Cause I'm compromising and saying, damn, I ain't like that. I'm just doing it to please her. But damn, that shit was good.
It's a battle though. Like, it's a huge battle because you could be the type of person that you might like sex a certain amount of times or whatever it may be. It don't always have to be about sex, but we're just using this as an example. So say if you're a person that would want to have sex 4 or 5 times a week, but your partner only wants to have sex 1 time a week. Now, can you compromise? Yeah, but for how much is the compromise? And are you happy in the compromise? Like, could you be happy with the 1 time?
You probably could have. That's what you want.
But no, you want the 4 or 5 times. Your partner wants the 1 time.
you're gonna compromise for a little bit, but you're not. You're eventually going to, yeah.
But then that's when the person that's the one timer saying, all right, I need to, they 4 times, I'm 1 time. Let me at least get the 2 times.
But what if that person don't do that?
Then, as you said before, either with the wrong person or you gotta figure it out.
Right.
You gotta see what works for you, and if that's working for you, that work for you. But you gotta wait But this is where people This is where people fuck up because they allow that to be the end all be all,
Right.
and not looking at the whole picture. Let's look at the whole picture because we'll have people that will say, "I'm out."
Because
You out for what?
because for some people that is the whole picture.
But then you gotta take a look at the flip side of it.
What's the flip side?
This person is giving me everything else that I need.
Right, but that's why I said whatever your values are or the things you value. Like for me, that could be the whole picture. I don't give a fuck about those other things.
Yeah, and that's for you. But then you got people that have multiple
Right.
layers that they value
Right.
and that they hold hostage. That's why I say, like, sex is amazing and sex is definitely needed. But what happens if you can't have sex anymore? Let's say
take me out,
let's
nigga.
say your vagina stopped working. Right?
Did I say that shit? You take me out, nigga.
Let's say your vagina stopped working. You gonna want that person to stop loving you? You
No.
want this person to stop giving you the other intangibles that you want?
No,
to be?
no,
What
no.
if your dick stop working in the break?
No, what I'm saying is, in that instance, you still want that person to love you, but you also don't want them to be cheated of their,
Right. Can't hold them
But then
hostage to that.
you just become just like that shirt saying mature, and you say, all right, I can't do what I need to do.
Right.
I need you you can go do this.
right.
But just know whatever. And that's a tough conversation to have.
Right.
And that's a tough spot to be in. But if you're mature enough and you have that open situation.
But most people not gonna be mature in that situation. They're gonna say, if you love me, you would just sacrifice and not get that fulfillment, and that's just life.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what they would tell you.
Let's say for example, something happened. God forbid. Let's not even put this in the atmosphere. But your coochie clothes up, or they gotta sew your shit up, and you can't get cooched up. You know what I mean? I mean, you can't get your
Can't get cooched up is wild.
you can't get the proper loving you need and want. Do you want me to walk away from you just because you can't?
No, that's what I'm saying. It's not about walking away. It's about you gotta let me get my shit off.
Right. You can't hold them hostage to that level of.
Right.
But if a person is what, that's why I said the conversations need to be had and maturity is necessary.
That's just like this now. Say if it's you and you can't work anymore, is Shorty supposed to leave you?
Nah.
Is
Hopefully
Shorty
not.
right? She's supposed to stay with you, but if she finds some other means, are you mad at that?
Yeah. Wow. Because when we took them vows, them loyalty vows, you said you was gonna be loyal. Through thick and through thin, through death to us part. People don't take them shit serious. You gotta say, and you can't recite them if you're not gonna take it serious. Now, don't tell me because I'm not working no more. Now you stepping out because of the I ain't working no more. You told me through death to us part, like thick and thin. Like we gotta start. Yo, that's why I said stand on it. If you're gonna stand on it, stand on it. If you're not gonna stand on it, don't take the vow.
I
Just say
understand.
I'm only here with you now, and if this shit is good, I'd rather somebody be honest with me. And, yo, I'm rocking until I find better.
All right. So would you rather her leave you, or would you rather her handle her business outside, but she's still with you?
Leave me.
Which one? Leave you?
Leave me.
Okay. Or you'll leave me, or what you doing?
If you're not happy, what the fuck is you here for?
No, I'm happy and I love you, but I also need something else.
You're not happy and love me then.
That's not true.
Not happy
That's
and
not
not
reality.
You're not happy and you're not loving me if you gotta go find something else.
I don't believe that.
You're not happy, so if you gotta go find something else, you're not happy with something I can't provide you. You're unhappy there.
Right. I'm not happy with something you can't provide me, but I'm still happy with you.
Then you ain't gotta go.
But I still need that too.
All right, we can figure it out together. Maybe I can't put my dick in you, but I can put my fist in you.
Bye.
Or I could buy the dickhead dick joint. You can sit on my dick and ride that like each was selling. It could be a lot of different things. See,
Right.
No, this is true.
I don't got time for the. See, I'm not that person who thinks that I gotta deviate from my person because shit get tough or
I never
it's
said
a way or the way goes away and now I gotta go here. That's not happiness.
I never
That's just fulfillment.
That's what I'm saying. I never said deviate from your person. What I'm saying is I'm a person who physical touch is number one on my list.
Touch me! Touch is my love language. Touch me. I'm serious. Like when you meet me, like put your hands on me. I'm dead serious. Some people don't. I need to feel that you're warm, that you have blood in your veins. I need to smell you. Like I do. I need to experience your energy and your existence.
Did you even communicate that was something that was important to you?
Yeah. I like how y'all's idea is that if you say it, it can change things.
Your love
So right, that's my love language. So if I can't touch on you anymore, that don't mean that I'm going to leave you, but I need to touch on something.
Why you can't touch it? You can touch it.
No, in this example, you can't touch it.
I can't touch the butt.
No,
Or nothing.
right.
I can still look at it, walk
You
past
can look.
the tights on.
I need to touch it. Looking at it is not
Look, I'm like, yeah.
enough for me.
But why am I not touching it? Because my hands is going?
Whatever it may be, man, shit happens.
I'm going to respect it. I'm going to respect my vibe. I'm going to stay there. I'm going to respect it.
That's why I always say, good for you, good brother.
So listen, I as
And
a
to each his own. Everybody got their own vices. Everybody do their own thing. Everybody live by their own credence. For me, I value the vows that I took, and I'm gonna stick to that. I don't have to go out here for self-fulfillment and play with somebody else just because the lack thereof of you can't do it. Because at some point, I said I was going to do this regardless of if you could do it or not.
That's violent. That's violent. Yeah. I need it.
What if she told you? So what if she said, "Nah, I'm not comfortable with you doing that"? Then what?
Then we might have to break up. Because I need it.
Yeah, my cooch couldn't work. Like,
I
that's
can't.
the first thing I'm gonna think of.
That's
Allowing you to go and do something else.
Your mouth work though.
Yeah, and I could do that too, but he wants to feel.
Right.
At some point, he's going to want to feel another
Right.
vagina.
facts.
A human vagina. It's only gonna be so much raw honey,
Facts.
pussy pumps,
I get it.
pussy things. He's
I get it, but
yeah.
and this is again to each his own. I just don't overly value sex over my person.
Yeah.
I don't overly value sex over my person, but I need sex with my person. Or I need sex period. So it's going to be with you or it's going to be with somebody
You
else.
couldn't do a long distance relationship.
No, I say that all the time. I
You couldn't
can't do a long
relationship
distance.
where you can't see your person months on and weeks on out.
I mean, I probably could if when I see you, we're fucking.
But that's what. Let's say that's once every 6 months or once every year.
No, that's not enough for me.
Or once every 3 or 4
I like
months.
fucking.
Yeah, you see them and you get it in.
Yeah, that's not enough for me. I like fucking.
So you couldn't do the long
Me too.
distance type joint.
Yeah, no.
And I like being physical with my person too. So the long distance ones would definitely
But I think that really truly tests your love though too for a person and your commitment and your loyalty to a person. You know what I mean?
Love. That's where my love
those are
starts.
true test.
That's where my love starts.
That's a true test.
That's how I show love.
Sex.
Touching, not just sex. Touching.
Let's not get it construed.
Right.
Touching.
Touching.
Yeah, we all have, and that's the beauty of people. We all got our different love languages, and it doesn't make a person wrong. It doesn't make a person right. If your love language is physical touch, then that's what's top of your list.
If there was ever an example where I couldn't fuck Shorty no more and she was happy with me just eating her pussy, guess what I'm gonna be doing? Eating her pussy.
That's what I'm saying. If I couldn't fuck you no more, or let's say I couldn't fuck your coochie, I'm gonna learn how to fuck your ass. I might not want to do it, but if that's what you need and I need it, I gotta. It's other way. Like I'm saying
for
though,
sure.
I'm not gonna eat it,
For
but I might
sure.
fuck it if your coochie can't get worked.
That's what I'm saying. You didn't let me finish though. But what I'm saying is, at some point, you can't just suck my dick.
Is this the erotic zone?
No, but we
this.
just
I know
talking.
there's more than to it. Yes.
We just talking. At some point, you can't just suck my dick. I want some pussy.
What if her pussy is not that no more?
Let me get some pussy.
It's broke.
Or even if you don't let me get some pussy, whatever I did, don't make it a thing. Like it's not a thing unless you make it a thing. If you don't know about it, if I don't put it in your face, if it's nothing that you never see, it shouldn't bother you because you know you can't give me no pussy.
All right.
If I got some pussy and I'm not gonna bring it to you, like you're never. It's never
giving
even gonna be
you're giving your
affection.
person a pass, your wife a pass.
If my dick don't work,
Yeah,
yes.
me too.
You don't want no dick.
I
Now, if we both 60, 70 years old and we can't fuck more, cool. We fucked. We did it. But right now, no.
Right.
No. I ain't that old yet. Sorry.
But you'll give her a pass for her to.
Yeah, I would give her a pass. I don't want to know about it. I don't want to see it. Don't be
Give her a
disrespectful
pass.
with it, but go
Yeah,
do what
for
you got to do.
sure. I mean, like we are like already know. Like I've had like female issues, and if I was married and shit, like, and my shit didn't bounce back or get to where it need to be, then I'm definitely like,
So
you
you're
know.
not one of them people that's just like that we sing only talk to me. Don't talk to me.
No, Ish. I got his ass, Ish. Look, Ish. Look, no. You love getting your dick sucked.
Yeah.
She can't never suck your dick no more. Are you leaving her or are you staying?
Damn.
Are you ever going to get your dick sucked?
Yes.
All right, then. Nigga. If I'm who?
Eesh. Let me clarify that shit. Each has raw honey,
All right.
toys.
Right.
She got the Gawk Talk 2000. Each is gonna give Shorty the Gawk Talk 2000, and that's how it's gonna go down.
That's how it's gonna go.
That's how it's going to fuck down. No, man, Each is not.
That's what I was
Yeah,
gonna
I mean-
say. You don't propose to me the week
I need my
before.
shit.
Dig?
dog,
No,
y'all
I had
holler.
to clarify that. You did, but
I
no.
know.
I take that shit a little serious. If she can't suck it no more for whatever reason, her teeth fell out, it rotted, she got herpes on her lip. I don't know. then we gonna explore other areas. She got to use her hands. She might got to get the Gawk 2000 machine. And you know I love the fellatio.
This is what I'm saying.
I can't walk out on it though.
I don't value the fellatio that high. So if my person couldn't suck dick no more, cool. Now this you have a physical excuse to say that. My determine the difference in when you choosing not to do it and you can't do it. Those are my determining factors. So if you can't do it and we can only have sex, I'm cool. We rocking.
And you know what's so funny? Sex. I mean, head ain't my number one. Head is up there, but head ain't my number
So
one.
what's your number one?
Coochie.
That's what I'm saying.
I like coochie. I like head too, but I like coochie too.
All right, so let's take them both out of the equation. You still staying and rocking and not doing nothing outside?
Yes, because she got feet. She can just
off
with her feet or her hands.
That's nigga getting enough.
She could give me a hand job. What am I going to do?
People could be mad at me and they can say I'm wrong and they can say I'm just like, I love pussy. I don't care what nobody say. I love it.
You know what I mean? Cool. I love it too. But you know what I mean? I just think of some. You know why?
Listen.
You know why?
Because hold on now, because it's a part of why I love you.
Yes.
It's not outside of why I love you. No, it's a part of why I love you.
Nah, for me, it's not the reason why I love you.
I didn't say the full reason. I said it's a reason.
For me, it's not even a part of why I love you.
That's crazy.
You in the bed has nothing to do with why I love you.
Shit.
You know why? Because my love is not predicated on just that physical part of you. My love is based upon you.
But it strengthens it.
I didn't say it didn't sharpen it. I said it's not predicated on it. It's not based upon saying, you know what? The three things of why I love you is because you cook good,
right?
You have good coochie, and you make a good bed. No, my love for you is solely based on you.
I think Nell needs a companion.
Never gave me the coochie.
He needs a companion.
Huh?
You need a companion.
Fuck all that. I don't just want somebody who just is about sex. I don't want it to just be our relationship is just based on sex and nothing else, no substance from it. Because what happens when that goes away?
Right. Nobody wants that, but if that's a possibility, why not have it?
It's a possibility in anything you got going on, but it's just not all based on that.
It's not all based on that, but I
want to have sex with you. I'm not saying I don't. I'm not gonna stop it. I still want hit. I'm not gonna lie. Why you think I want the pictures? Because I'm sexually attracted to you. You dig? When I see you, we gonna act on it. But at the end of the day, if you can't perform no more, then I'm gonna be like, all right, you know what?
All right. Let's wrap this up. But I want to stay right here, and this will be the final topic, or this will be the final phase of it. All right. So there's a difference from being in a relationship with somebody and you built something, and then you love this person, and then now we can't have sex no more, but we've had sex already. Now, if you take that away, if I just meet you and we can't never have sex, I can't entertain this. I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about, but I'm not entertaining that.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying my love for that person who I've been with for all these years.
Right, that's different. That's cool. That's fine. That's fine. But does that matter to you if it's a can't or a won't?
In the beginning?
No. You're in a relationship with somebody. Y'all love each other. And now,
absolutely, is a difference between can't and won't.
Exactly.
I understand if you can't.
Right.
I'm telling you that if you won't, then why the fuck won't you?
Exactly. That's my point.
Yeah, that's totally two different things.
That's what I'm trying to get at. That's what I'm trying to make sure they don't get the shit misconstrued.
Yeah. Wake up in the middle of the night with a dick in your ear and your mouth and your nose. It's like, why can't you put this inside?
How do you feel about that, Aisha?
Oh yeah, I'm I'm not. No way. I'm with you 120%.
I'm with you 120% versus can't and won't. Can't and won't is a whole different formula.
And I mean, you can feel the won'ts, even when it is being like you could just feel that and sense that. So you don't even gotta say much, or the person doesn't even have to say much. Like you could just pick up on them senses, and your whole vibe changes after that. Like once you get that feeling, like from a person,
Why you still here if you won't? Like,
Oh, right.
That's what I'm trying to get out.
my whole dissertation was based upon you can't.
That's what I'm
But
trying to
if
get
you
out.
won't,
That's something different.
it's a totally different conversation.
I'm just trying to make sure everybody's on the same page.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, won't is won't.
This woe is crazy.
Won't is a sin. Why don't you want to?
Man, listen. You'd be surprised. But each you to answer the question. So if you met somebody and sex was off the table, but you like this person, y'all might be compatible in other ways, whatever. Is this something that you can entertain? Something that you could see could be a thing? No sex will ever be happening in this thing, but everything else is a go.
As my friend?
No, as your partner.
No sex ever?
No sex ever.
No, I can't.
No, you rocking with a no sex ever?
I'm attracted to you too much physically.
That's all
Along with
saying.
emotionally and mentally to not want to have sex with
That's
you.
true, right? Like,
It's a difference again, but it's a difference with I can't and I won't.
That's all I'm saying. I want to make sure the point is made that there's a difference between can and won't. If I'm in a relationship with you and we've been together for years and we had our sexual times, whatever, and now we can't, no, I'm not going to leave you. If we have to have conversations about how we move forward, because I'm probably still going to want some pussy. But I'm not going to leave you because of this.
Would you leave her if she won't do it?
Facts. I already left.
Yeah, I feel
Regardless
you
if
there.
y'all married.
I already left. Because if you won't, why are you with me?
Thanks.
For sure.
It is what it is, people.
45 minutes to get to that.
Because y'all wanted to run around the block and shit.
I can, but I can do the can't. I can't do the won't.
Can't do the won't, man. Not doing the won't. What the fuck are we doing? The fuck? That's wild.
So, Ish, ask her if he can't
Right.
or if he won't.
If you can or if you won't.
If he can't, she got to answer. If he won't, she got to answer.
She got an answer. Well, I'm definitely going to ask her, and I will update you guys.
I already said the answers will always be revealed if you ask the question. Even if they don't respond, you got an answer.
Maybe he was intimidated or something that night.
Probably. Shit.
Facts.
Maybe he felt a little intimidated.
Maybe physically he knew he wasn't ready up to the task.
And then he could have got in and seen that she really not a bust or open type motherfucker, or he could handle it. His whole
No. Would you hold off if you knew this wasn't gonna be one of your good days? Like this your first time with Shorty and she being aggressive. Would you hold off? You still would do it?
and I told you the whole story before. The one I really was on some shit with.
Right.
Like my whole first time was like a quickie junk because I was so excited.
Would you hold off, Ish?
I redeemed it like a motherfucker though.
No.
You holding off if you notice you ain't your best performance?
I'm holding off if we're not together. Like if she called me on the phone and I know it's not one of them days for me, I'm holding off because I want to do my best performance.
But you know what? My best.
But if she with me, I'm not holding
my
off.
best performance comes when I'm not even in the mood.
Right.
Like if I'm not in the mood, is not saying I don't be in the mood because I'm not saying that. But if I'm just like, it is what it is. We had it today, that.
I'm gonna say it like this, lady.
When you put too much thought into it,
Yeah.
it's like, oh my god,
For
like,
sure.
I'm gonna say it like this, ladies. My motivation is you. So if you are turned up, I'm turning up.
I'm not one of them guys. Are you one of them guys who, like, is constantly having sex conversations about what you can do and all this and all that? I'm not.
No, I don't have conversations about what I can do. I have conversations about what you like and don't like.
Yeah, that's different. But I'm saying the braggadocious because know you got people out here that's super braggadocious. I could do this, my shit, this, that, and third. Nah, because you going to meet somebody that's going to knock that motherfucking tree down.
Right.
And I'm like, nigga, it wasn't shit. And now you sitting there kind of explaining yourself. Now you need a second opportunity to redeem yourself. Nah, that's why I don't do the sexual conversations all on the phone.
Yeah, no, I don't believe in the
I can do this, and I'm doing that, and I'm going to do this to you. I'm going to do that's because people, you now are being graded and held to that standard that you put out there.
Right. Yeah, no, I don't believe in the braggadocious talks. I believe in the getting to know what each other likes talks.
People in the comments, are y'all bragging? Saying y'all can do all this and y'all can do that?
Everybody be
Are you saying you got the WAP, the pop, the
always
op?
saying that shit.
Are y'all saying this shit is the wettest that ever? Your head is the greatest.
We always saying that shit.
You can ride. You got the mega knees.
Moral of the story is I like aggressive women, and bring it over here, 53-year-old.
She can put it out there. 53-year-old, if you're watching.
You hear that, cuz?
You know what I mean?
No, that's right.
You gotta bring it to the niggas that's with the shit.
That's
man.
with the shit.
I'm married 53-year-old. I'm
Bring
sorry.
it to the niggas that's with the shit.
I'm old, but 53. I'm taking.
53 too young anyway.
Not for me.
Not for you. Oh, okay.
What's the youngest you would do now?
That I would be with?
Yeah, I think he said, what you say? You said like 50, right? You wouldn't go under 50, you said.
Fit 47 probably.
What?
This nigga crazy.
Right.
47 and 80.
Yeah.
Nigga crazy, y'all. All right, are y'all ready? Are y'all ready to get into ideology?
Where the tissue at? Because I know you said something about some tears or something.
No, it's not gonna be no tears. It just might be some hurt feelings, but it's not gonna be no tears. What you say?
In the comments, hurt feelings?
And everywhere.
And on the couch. God damn it. Let me set Peter up straight.
A little bit everywhere. Yeah, you could definitely set Peter up straight because I can see Nell pandering his way out of this one. All right, we're gonna get into ideology this week, and we did, like Nell said, we did You're Not Beautiful. We did You're Not Special, and things of that nature. And this one's going to be a little different, but on the same vein as those things. So I want to ask both of y'all, how do you, and the people in the chat and in the comments, how do you view people? Like, do you judge people by X, Y, and Z? Do you have a list? We spoke about this a little bit before, too, as well. Do you have, like, a checklist that you would want a person to be? How do you view people? Or do you just take, whatever is presented in front of you? How do you view people?
I used to judge people a lot, and I as you mature and you get older, your thought pattern changes, and mine definitely changed. That's why I said before, I don't put people on pedestals, and I've come to realize that the moment you do that, and they disappoint you some way, somehow, being they do something because they're flawed. None of us are perfect, and they do something imperfect. That I don't want to lose that admiration I may have for them, or that. So I don't place them on this high pedestal as that they can't fuck up. So it's right there. It's neutral. It's like, all right, cool. I know this person is a person. We all flawed. They all got their own ideas and ideologies and everything like that. So it's cool.
All right, so I want to entitle this, You Can't Teach Your Old Dog New Tricks.
False. That's false.
So you feel like, if you had a woman who didn't have a sense of humor, you feel like that would change? She could get a sense of humor?
Over time, she can learn your sense of humor. And
No, does she? I'm talking about her own sense of humor. Nigga,
Look,
give
y'all
him the
like-
beer already.
I've been trying to get people to.
That's what I'm saying.
I know.
Give
We
him-
are benefit of the doubters.
Give him,
That's
give
why
him,
I'm
give him
sitting
Peter.
here like,
Give him Peter already. This is 2024. We not doing that shit. The question is, can you teach an old dog new tricks? Now, this person doesn't have a sense of humor. Do you think that they can? We talking 50, 60 years old. The table is right here. sense of humor is not checked on your table. Now, you think you could teach your old dog new tricks?
That's hard. A sense of humor is hard. If you don't have it, you don't have it.
You don't have it.
You don't have it, and you may fake it just because of wherever you are around, but you're not gonna get it at that point. It's past you.
Yeesh.
You can't. You can't. I want to be like Nell. I do.
I can't.
You know, I do. I want to give people the benefit of the doubt. And this is including myself. Like, sometimes I have to be like, no, bitch, no. You just don't have it. No, you just don't have it. No, that's just not you. And you can try, you can wanna, you know what I mean, for the sake of saking, but nah, it's just not.
But then here it comes. This is where the congregation is going to say, I ain't appeasing nobody. I ain't changing for nobody. I am who I am.
Exactly. And that's
They're
not
gonna
always a
stand
good
on
thing.
that, because then they're going to say what people's perception of them doesn't matter. But in the grand scheme of things, we all want to be accepted.
Right.
Yeah, true for sure. But I mean, sometimes we have to accept within ourselves
X.
that, you know, like, some shit is just not that.
Can you change that though?
All right, look, since y'all over here pandering,
Can you
and
change
giving
that,
people
though?
benefits of the doubts and shit, right? I'm gonna say it like this, right? I had this list that was composed like she had to be cute or pretty. She had to be somewhat in shape. I need her to have a sense of humor. I need her to like sports of some kind. She don't have to be a super fan, but pick a sport. I don't give a fuck if it's boxing. Pick something. Something. And I could go on and on and on.
We all had that list.
That's what I mean. So,
A list of some sort.
right. So, I'm asking y'all, do you think, can you teach your old dog new tricks? And if your person only checks off one or two of these boxes, are y'all sustained in that?
Nah. I think you can be sustained. I think you can walk the walk, but for so long. Like, I do honestly believe, because sometimes you just like a person, you just like their chemistry, you just like the vibes that you get surface wise. You know what I mean? And so you like, you know what? I fucks with them. This person only got one or two boxes checked off, but as we progress, as we move along, I might, you know, they might check off some other boxes that might compensate for the boxes that they lack, right? And you have this mindset of that. And like, you know, I'm like what Nell was speaking of, you know, I am the person that put people on a pedestal. And then, you know what I mean? I am sometimes deflated. I am sometimes distraught when they don't live up to that pedestal that I put them on. And it's kind of weird, because it's like, well, bitch, you put them on a pedestal in the beginning, in the first place. That was you that did that. So how you mad at them for not being something that they were never in the first place? But, you know, I think for me, it's just like, sometimes we find ourselves in a space where we can check those boxes off some other kind of way. But I think that's only temporary.
All right, so now, you made a point earlier when you were saying it's not all about sex, and I agree with that, because sex can grab my attention, but it's not going to hold my attention. So I also need you to be smart. Now, what are you doing? What is the table looking like? Now, what if she comes to you at your table and she is one thing out of the things you need?
Yeah, and I talked about this a lot, and I think about this a lot. I need substance.
Right.
At a time, I think when I was younger, I said she had to be like this, and she had to.
How want to ask? This one I'm gonna ask you. Right. I'm glad you said these things. How hard is it? Because we laugh and joke a lot.
Mm-hmm.
How hard is it to be with somebody who don't got a sense of humor? You know, keep it real, keep it a beat.
Oh, it's difficult. it's downright horrible, because every little thing is taken seriously. Every little thing is being questioned. Every little thing is, why you say that, and this. That could be that's not good.
Mm-hmm.
That's not good. Not having a sense of humor leads to a dry, cold existence for
Facts.
both parties.
Facts.
Because you're questioning a person why they did this and what's like that. Other person is saying like, "Oh, here we go again.
Yeah.
Why the fuck? What the fuck is?" All I said was, "Hey."
I don't like the way you said, "Hey." Why was you laughing when you said, "Hey"?
Conversations be so dry and weird when there's no lightheartedness or sense of humor to
Sure.
any.
Like, I don't ever want to be with somebody who tries to take my fun away. Life is stressful enough.
Facts.
Make you think.
Exactly.
Sit here and you think because other things that may have been said throughout the course of a conversation with a person is like, damn,
Yep.
am I settling just to
Right.
settle?
Yeah, and that's another thing too. Like you settle for momentarily, and it could be momentarily until that fucking light bulb goes off. But momentarily, you are just settling. You are just like going off of the good vibes, but not going off of those check boxes. Because if you go off your checklist and you're checking off those boxes, those are going to guarantee those vibes. You know, the vibes that you might be feeling will eventually fade away, I think.
And that's also a point that I wanted to make because when Nell or when we were speaking earlier and you said they do something for you. Now in the beginning, you've seen a girl faking like sports, and you've seen that wane away, and it's not a good feeling.
Right. Right.
For sure. Yeah, like I'm a benefiter to the doubter because but I'm a lover of love and I'm a lover of wanting love and for both parties. And it's like, all right, we all have our time when the light bulb goes off. And a light bulb can go off in a number of different times in our life. It can go off with a, damn, I need to get my life together. It can go off with, damn, I need to do this a little differently in my relationship. Damn, I need to do this a little bit differently in my partnerships with people and relationships. Totally. And that's what I think. And we can have multiple light bulbs go on and off. I just think it's all about you as a person, right? We know us. We're really in tune with the three of us. We know us and we know if I'm flawed today, I can fix that flaw that I have to where it's not a negative anymore, it's a positive.
Right.
And I know what the things I need to do to work on those things to make those negatives into positives. Some people struggle with that though.
Right.
And you are caught up in the web of that struggle of them trying to find balance for their own happiness. And that is a bad to do for the person who has a sense of themselves, who knows how to reset their self to get back to a level of, all right, I need to remove myself for a minute, or I need to seclude myself, or I need to just get myself together so I'm being more positive to myself and them than it is. And you have some people that's just so fucked up that they don't even know how to come up out of that.
Right.
And they don't even know how to explain it to you. Not even explain it to you. They don't even know how to explain it to themselves. Just say, I'm fucked up, but what people do is blame everybody else. I had this conversation actually with somebody at work. I said, people are really, really comfortable with figuring out a problem, but then that problem is attached to somebody else.
Right.
Oh, well, the reason why I did that wrong is because you didn't teach me.
Right.
The reason why that wasn't right is because I wasn't given a proper instruction. Or did you seek the proper information? Right. Did you do something to facilitate the learning process or the actions put behind that? No, the common denominator in every problem is you, not that other person. And I think people are so quick to attach a problem to something else instead of themselves.
Right.
To figure it out and learn from.
Right. What I want to say in this specific segment is that, like, when I was younger at a point I stopped watching cartoons and I started like watching gangster films. I was only watching like The Godfather, Menace to Society, shit of this nature. And then when I started being around females, I started watching rom-coms and shit like that.
In a notebook.
In the Notebook. And I say that as an example of you gotta be well balanced.
Multifaceted.
Right? Like you can't just be in one lane and just sit there. And some people that may be enough for some people.
But you know what? It's funny. People want you to be multifaceted, but they don't hold their own self to those same standards.
Right, that's what I'm
want
saying.
Somebody else to be, and that's difficult.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Us as men, they want us to be X, Y, and Z, and A, B, C, D, E, and F, but they be A and B.
You know what it is too. Some people hear this saying, and they stick to it hard. Stay in your lane.
Right.
Well, I stay in my lane. People get it all fucked up. That's not by all means what that saying proverbially. It doesn't mean just stay in your lane mentally, stay in your lane emotionally, stay in your lane physically. Like people get it so fucked up because they hear that I'm staying in my lane, this, that, and the third. Well, if you stay in your lane mentally, then you're never going to be well balanced. Right. You're never going to be well versed. You're never going to know how to compromise. You're never going to know how to negotiate. Right. You're never going to know how to effectively communicate.
Right.
If you just stay in your lane, why? Staying in your lane is staying in your mental, in your own peripheral. Right. You can't see past the sides of you if you staying in your lane. See, people get it messed up. So I think that's what the problem is too. Don't nobody know how to be well versed.
People, you hear this all the time. People, I think they people have gotten so good at adapting to, oh, that's negative with me, so let me put a bow on it so I can let people know I got a flaw. I didn't never know that. Then why didn't you seek that information out? By you saying you didn't know it makes you look fucking foolish at this big age. Right. All right, you didn't know it, okay, but it's being told to you, so you don't have to let us know that you didn't know it. You've now learned it, right. So apply it, right? So the books that I showed 2 books yesterday on the Telemade Kicks show. One of the books was about black men. I want to get the name of the book correct.
One of them was about being mature or being an adult in a relationship or something like that.
It was powerful. Because it holds no one accountable but the person reading it. Right. And the name of the book is How to Be an Adult in Relationships. Right. And the relationships ain't even about physical one-on-one relationships with a partner. It's relationships with yourself, right. Relationships with your friends, relationships with the people you work with, relationships that equal 1 + 1 + whoever. Yeah. That's what it is. And how to be mindful and loving. Right? That's something and then Self-Care for Black Men is another book that I'm reading. But that book about mindful loving and being in a healthy relationship and just ways to being in healthy relationships, it totally takes the selfishness out of you as a person, and it makes it to where, what am I contributing to this partnership? What am I doing that is enriching and growing me, so I can be the best version of myself for somebody else? What am I learning to better myself? So when I'm around these people that's having conversations, I can include myself in it instead of interjecting. I never knew that. It's slowing the progress of the conversation down. Okay, you're learning it. Just soak it up, and just it's funny how the light bulb goes off in our lives at whatever age you are, 40s, 50s, 60s.
That's why I make it a point to always be continuously learning, because you never want to, like they say, be stuck in that one lane, because that's all you can offer to this person now.
when I was a child, when I was young, I was like, I ain't reading that shit. I ain't got time for that shit. I much rather pick up a book and read than I would rather turn the TV on.
Right.
How do y'all feel in the sense of or do you feel like you're well versed, and do you feel like you want your partner well versed, or are you okay with your person being just in that whatever lane they are? That person may be a loving person, but that's all they are. They love you, they shower you with love, but they might not be the most intelligent. They might not have the greatest sense of humor, whatever it may be. How are you personally, and how do you need your partner to be?
I mean,
Y'all scared? They scared now, y'all.
It ain't scared of shit.
no, but that's difficult because I mean, you can genuinely love a person, and you know, you want them to be progressive. Like you want them to grow as individuals. You don't want them to stay in the four corners of their minds. Like you do want them to step out. So to see them comforted just in staying in their lane, like even though you love them, you can appreciate that genuineness. Like, and I would rather someone stay true to themselves and live in that genuine space than to fake
Right.
the funk. And what I mean by that is some people got the gift of gab.
Right.
Some people can sit you down and they can fucking talk circles around you. And if you're not strong enough mentally, or if you don't have your mind on straight and you don't know what the fuck is up with you, that motherfucker can run circles around you, run laps around you, and you think this is
that, though?
right. That's what I'm saying. You have to be well versed enough to know when a person is just faking the funk,
Right.
and being in bullshit. So I would rather a genuine person
Right.
that can stay, that might stay in their lane, but that is not faking the funk.
Okay.
But even if let's say a person is faking the funk, how the fuck does that even? How is that even a concern of ours anymore? Like I get it, not critiquing your answer.
It
I just think
it is because I'm gonna say it like this. All right. Like say you had a girl who used to watch the games with you or whatever. And she used to be into the game or whatever. She would follow the game with you. Y'all watching the game, and she's into the game. And now she's watching the game with you, but she's just on her phone. She's not. It's like she's not paying no attention to the game. I don't want you sitting next to me not paying attention to the
I don't
game.
give a fuck.
No, I do.
You know why? I
Go
don't
upstairs and
give a, you know why I
so.
don't give a fuck? Because I've designed myself to be okay, it was what it was. I'm going to enjoy this fucking game.
Right. Yeah, I'm definitely
Enjoy
going.
it.
I'm definitely going to enjoy the game.
I can't allow somebody else's spirit. I can't allow somebody else's presence dictate me enjoying this motherfucker. So you sitting on your phone? Solid.
Yeah, I'm definitely still going to enjoy the game, but I don't like that shit. Like, if you don't want to watch the game, then go somewhere.
Cool in the game. But you know what? I'm so cool with myself. I'm cool with myself. I could be there and enjoy the game.
That should
and
be
on
annoying.
my phone.
That should be
with
annoying.
my phone with my little fantasy shit, my little game. I'm doing that, and you could be right there next to me.
But
And I'm
it's
cool with your
annoying me.
presence.
Now you got TikTok videos playing and shit, and I done missed the commentary because TikTok video going up. Dog, get the fuck up out of here.
I'm telling you, turn your phone off again. You know I'm doing this.
That's what
You know
I'm
what we got
saying.
going on. See, I don't have a problem opening my mouth. I don't have a problem with
Right.
explaining what the
Right.
fuck is going on. Like,
What I'm saying is, if we're going to, no matter if we're watching a game or we're watching a movie, this is what we doing.
this is what we doing.
I don't want to hear no TikTok videos going off and none of that shit.
Yeah. But you gonna speak
doing?
up and say, I don't want to
Facts.
hear that shit.
Facts.
So would I. If we sitting here chilling watching a fucking movie, I don't want to hear your phone go off.
Facts.
Take that shit the fuck off or turn it down. You can be
Facts.
on it. I don't care. Because I'm into this.
Right.
Along with you here with me, I'm into you too. But I'm so cool with being cool. Me, I'm cool with that. So I'm like, all right, I learned how to exist in my own space.
All right, so Ish said that she would rather the nigga stay on whatever his one thing is than to fake the funk. How do you view it now? If a girl is only one thing, or would you rather her be doing things just to appease you or try
What
to
have we
impress
been
you?
told all our lives?
What's that?
Or our adult lives and our relationship lives? You can't change me. You're trying to change me. You must not like me. I might not be good enough. We've heard that so much that I don't even have a response to the question that you asked. And that's real life truth. And isn't that disheartening? The
Facts.
question that you have, I can't even offer up a legitimate answer because it will be said that I'm trying to change you by me saying any of the shit that Ish said. Each can say it, and it'll be, oh, girl, she right. If I say it or you say it,
It's wrong.
oh, you ain't. You don't. Oh, you don't love me.
Facts.
Oh, you're trying to change me. Oh, I'm not good enough. Oh, why you say that? Or what you? Or somebody else. It's a whole bunch of everything else that does not allow me to be in a safe space to say those things. Not saying I want to say them, but even to even remotely answer that question, it will come with scrutiny. It will come with a vigor that does not allow me to even be comfortable with giving an answer, and that's disheartening. But that's real.
Facts. I understand that people grow and things change, and whatever your boxes may be, that's for everybody to self-determine. But me personally, I need you to check more than one box because I'm gonna get bored, and once I get bored, my mind's gonna start wandering. Once my mind start wandering, it's like, am I really happy in this current space? Is this enough?
Piggyback off of that. For me, my boxes a number of my boxes are checked other than just physical.
Right.
And the reason why I say that is because how I approach the situation, and I approach it with a sense of physical. My physical attractions have been met because I'm approaching you. I like what I see. Right. Now I'm walking up to you and saying, "Hey, how you doing? You know, I'm Nell. Can I get your number? Whatever the case may be." Right? Through our initial back and forth. I ain't gonna say communication.
Hold on,
I'm gonna say back and forth.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Could you mess with somebody who was she checked off a number of other boxes, but she was dumb as a doorknob?
Fuck no, I ain't got time for that. I'm too smart, mouth.
That's what I'm saying.
My mouth too sharp. I ain't got time for that.
I'm saying.
Like, I need you to be able to.
That's what I'm saying. When you got a sharp mind, you cannot deal with somebody who's lacking.
The dumb as a doorknob chick is not for me. Yeah, after the first couple conversations and you just giving me dumb, it's goodbye.
Right.
But as we talk and we having conversations, because you can have a conversation with a person and you can kind of get a gist of where their mind is.
Right.
If they not, because I ain't the sexual dude on the phone. I'm not the first thing out my mouth ain't you. Yo,
we're not never talking about
what's
that
in your pants, and I ain't got time for that. I'm getting down to the nitty gritty about life.
Right.
If you can hold the conversation about life and you giving me, you know what I mean, we having that back, or we can have a conversation where it's flowing. It don't mean it got to be about nothing in particular. It's a conversation that's just moving along.
Could you be with somebody that you're not physically attracted to?
No. It's all. That's what's bringing me to the. That we all see what we like.
Right.
I can't be with fucking. And you know what?
This is different for women. Hold on. This is different for women. No, you don't know this. This is different.
Can I back up to something I said? I've been saying this real heavy on a number of different podcasts and a number of different levels. I looked at Whoopi Goldberg today in the picture, and I'm not really on her no more.
Nigga, I told you to never be on her.
I don't know what it was. Maybe I was sick a little bit. I did have a sickness.
No,
you said I was sick.
I seen her today in the picture, and I was like, no.
No, sometimes, Nell, you're looking at the person. You're not looking at the person. You're looking at inside the person. Sometimes you look inside the person. You be like, that's a good person. But you're not looking at the outside. Sometimes you do that, nigga.
I don't know. She had a pair of leggings on too.
Oh my, maybe that blind.
I seen something today. I was like, sorry, Whoop, we ain't there no more. Next. But physically, absolutely, you see and you approach. If she smile, and the teeth fucked,
Right.
bye-bye.
See, for a woman, it's different. A woman can meet a guy and not be like physically attracted to him, but they get around him and they be like, he's charming, he's funny, he takes care of me, he treats me nice, and then they start to become attracted to the nigga.
Yes.
That will never happen with me.
Yeah, that definitely happens with us.
I'm sorry, it would.
I
never
gotta be
happen.
attracted to you.
Facts.
I gotta be attracted to you to lay next to you, to be with you. I gotta be attracted to you. It's just, yes, I'm attracted to your mom, but I gotta be attracted to you too.
X.
And I might be wanting to change some of the shit that you got going on inside of you. I don't want to necessarily change you,
Right.
Cause I like what I see. I like the structure of what I see and what I'm with.
But do you think that you can teach a old dog new tricks? Do both of y'all think that?
I think see, the teaching word is a difficult word to use. I think you can add value.
Do you think that
Because I've
do you
been
think
in
that they
people's life.
even want to learn new things?
It's hard.
That's hard.
It's hard because you got so many people saying I ain't changing for nobody. Nobody can get me to change, or who you think you is trying to change me. I ain't trying to change nobody. I'm just trying to add.
You trying to
I'm just trying to add my
elevate you.
perspective to your situation, and for the most part, I bring a lot.
Right.
I bring a lot of shit with me. I bring a lot of views that you can sit back and be like, damn, this nigga multifaceted. He's layered. He got a lot of. He's cultured. He's seen a lot of things. He's done a lot of things in his short years on this earth. He's whatever. I would hope that's the case. Now, trying to change you and make you into what I want you to be is so selfish of me.
Right.
I would love for you to pick off of me and me influence. That's a word. Not change. I want to influence. Because we can be influenced by people for the better.
Right.
I've been influenced by a lot of people who I've been around, and I said, damn, the way that they handle that situation was beautiful.
Right.
They didn't get upset. They didn't hoop and holler, but their point was made. I'm influenced by that. That's a change that I can make, that I can start incorporating myself, and that's going to change me. And I think people need to look at it from that standpoint. Stop looking at it from, I'm trying to change you. No, I'm on an influence. And then with influence comes change, right? We're influencing each other. We're changing the narrative. We're changing the mindset. We're looking at things from a perspective of, damn, they were successful with that shit. How can I follow the blueprint to a point where I'm now successful on my own terms? I ain't copying them. I'm not letting them. I'm walking that path, but I'm allowing my path to now be influenced by a number of different people, which is changing me. And I think people with a mature mind understand that, but the immature ones don't see that. They
can't
just
see it.
live in that box of ain't nobody changing me. You should want somebody to change you.
Right.
That's what we come in each other's lives for.
Well, that's those people who can't relinquish control
Right.
too. They can't relinquish, control to learn, to notice that it is not a person attempting to change you, but it is a person that is within your life to try to build you,
Right.
try to make
Try to
you
elevate you.
stronger. Or it's elevation. Yep.
So what is your thoughts on that? Do you think that you can that you've been in that space where a guy's allowed you to teach him things, Ish?
Yeah, for sure. I think honestly, I don't want to be in a person's space if I'm not showing you something about yourself, or if I'm not, and not necessarily teaching like I know a whole bunch of things that you don't know, but just a different way of thinking, a different way of utilizing what you already know and taking it to another level. So I feel like if I'm not in a person's presence and I'm not touching them in some way to make them maybe think a little bit more or make them see something a little bit different or whatever the case may be, then I don't want to. Why am I here?
You know what I've noticed. We hear a word. We understand that it has some type of negative connotation in people's mind, and we bullshit the word instead of diving right into the motherfucker. Change ain't a bad word.
Change ain't a bad word. Teach ain't a bad
Teach is not a
word.
bad word, and we allow that to become bad words to where we skate around it,
Right.
and we bullshit it. No, hit that motherfucker hard, head on.
Right.
Teach Teaching is teaching. If Ish, you taught me some shit.
Right.
T, you taught me some shit. We taught each other some shit. And I ain't die.
Yeah, I mean,
And I don't hate you.
facts.
And I ain't, and you and I'm not less than you are because you taught me something.
Right.
We be losing our fucking minds in this culture where
Facts.
we think that if somebody teach us something, we less than ourselves.
Facts.
If somebody is teaching me, we should be learning.
Facts.
Gobble it the fuck up.
Facts.
Please.
You couldn't have if you and get to this point in life by getting around being toured. Why is it a bad word? Why do people want to escape and say nobody can't teach me?
What's our favorite word?
I ain't teaching nobody.
Ego. It's our
Fuck
favorite
that.
word.
Ego is a killer
It is.
in our society. Ego
It
is
blocks so much.
Ego is, I would think, is top 1 or 2 detriments
Facts.
in this world.
Facts.
Yep.
Don't let your ego keep you from learning something and or bettering yourself as a person.
Teach me, baby. Teach me how to love you.
And I used to do that when I was
Teach me
younger.
how to fucking fuck you good. Teach me
Facts.
how to cook dinner for you well. Teach me how to prepare a situation that's gonna make us happy. I'm not oblivious to learning.
Facts.
I ain't scared to learn. I'm asking you, I'm begging you, teach me. And that's not to say I'm a little boy. I ain't no man.
Right.
I'm all fucking man. I'm all grown up. But I'm still in the learning, teachable phase.
Right.
And that's until I fucking leave this earth. So I think we need to stop, as a society, as a people, we need to stop letting words consume us for the negative. Because we'll hear it and we'll jump right.
Defensive.
Oh, that's defensive.
Right.
How? I just want to teach you something.
Facts.
Teaching is positive because you're learning something that you can use on whatever. If what's the other word that we was using other than teach?
Change.
Change. Ain't nothing wrong with change. Don't you change your drawers every goddamn day?
Facts.
That's positive. That's fresh. You're fresh. You feel good. You feel amazing. You don't stink. You know what I mean? So why would you not want to embrace change? Why would you want to embrace teachable moments? Why would you not want to embrace life? It's all involved in that.
Thanks.
So let's wrap up my ideology, and I just want to say that I would hope that you could teach your old dog new tricks. I find that it is a harder thing to do as people age, because sometimes people get set in their ways, or their ego may be too big, or whatever it may be, or their traditions are set. But if you open yourself up, there's always room for improvement.
Man, y'all killing me. Oh, let TikTok teach y'all shit.
Yeah,
Y'all
facts.
can't learn from fucking grown up.
You be like, yo, I just told you that yesterday. And they be like, I saw it on TikTok. But you didn't listen when I said it?
I've
Like, the
seen it all
fuck?
my life, but I've seen it on
I mean, but, it is what it is, people. We are trying, to help each other. That is the problem. And this is something that I want to make the message for this week. Let's stop beefing with each other and let's start working with each other.
Let's stop trying to find enemies in each other.
Right.
And let's just let's find a place of existence with each other.
Facts.
Man, like when you do that, you are doing something amazing.
Facts.
How many times
We can get so much farther helping each other instead of trying to one up each other.
I see so many people looking and trying to find this out. Why? You wasting your time. Utilize that energy for something positive. Go start a business.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Going to 60 seconds now. What's up?
Man, sports is on hiatus right now in the NFL. We got the 2 teams that, as
Super
we
Bowl
seen
time,
last
man.
week, representing the NFL in the Super Bowl. This week, though, this is the Pro Bowl week, so there will not be an actual football game played other than
Oh,
the
it's
Pro
trash
Bowl.
now.
Yeah, it's trash. But the NFL will return next weekend for Super Bowl weekend. You have the Kansas City Chiefs representing the AFC and the San Francisco 49ers representing the NFC.
It's Red Nation now. It's
Red Nation out there. It's the Taylor Swift Bowl.
Swifties.
You know what I mean? So all the Swifties out there is, which team are you going for? Are you team Kansas City or are you team 49ers team. Who you going with?
I'm going Team 49ers.
Ish.
You know my backup team,
Who that?
the Chiefs.
You can't go against the Chiefs and Patty Mahomes, but I gotta go with my original team from when I was a kid. Is the 49ers.
All right. And
I'm not mad at either one of the teams though. I like both teams.
I actually, because of my allegiance to the Cowboys and the Cowboys having a very, very big rivalry when we were growing up, the 49ers, I am going with the Chiefs. I actually do like the guy. I do like Travis Kelce. I am definitely a Travis Kelce fan. His big brother plays for the Philadelphia Eagles and is a really, really
I'm just
good
hoping
guy.
it's a good game.
Yeah, I just hope it's good.
It's gonna be.
Oh, and don't forget the halftime show is is next Sunday, hosted by Usher, who's actually dropping an album that Friday. So go out and pick up Usher, stream his new album February 10th, and then on the 13th.
It's Ursher.
That's.
You know what I mean? You got Usher's new album coming out, and then he performing at the halftime of the Super
All right, let me ask Ish real quick, and I'm gonna ask the ladies in the chat as well, and in the comments. Ish and the other ladies, are y'all more excited for Usher or the game?
I'm excited about the game. I love
Or the
Usher.
commercials.
Or the commercial?
Right. I'm excited about the game. Like, you don't understand.
No, are you pro watching the Super Bowl with your partner or alone?
I'm pro watching it alone.
I'm pro watching it alone. I would rather.
I don't mind.
I would rather watch it with the partner, but the partners don't be trying to watch it.
I don't mind watching it with my partner. My partner be chilling, but
They be like, the Super Bowl? I never know.
I don't mind, but I like to consume football how I like to consume it.
Facts.
I'm on my phone playing my fantasy football. I'm watching this game, this game, bouncing around, but I don't mind sharing my space.
I'll be probably watching the Super Bowl by myself, man.
Super Bowl by yourself. Yeah, I typically don't do the Super Bowl parties and all that shit. I'm just real modest and chill and laid back. So NFL will return next weekend for the Super Bowl, and that will be the culmination of the NFL season 2023-2024. So hopefully next year your team has went out there. If you were looking for a new coach, they got a new coach. I know all of the 6 vacancies have been filled as of today. The Redskins the Commanders, formerly known as the Redskins, hired their new head coach, poaching from the Dallas Cowboys and their defensive coordinator, Dan Quinn. You have the Atlanta Falcons with their new head coach. The Tennessee Titans have a new head coach. The
Seattle
Seahawks have a new coach, and also the Los Angeles Chargers have a new coach. And then it's Jim Harbaugh. He came over from the Michigan Wolverines to take over that job in LA. And the New England Patriots have a new coach. So those 6 spots have new head coaches. And it's exciting because 3 out of those 6
Black
Nice.
head coaches. New England hired a black head coach. I can't remember the other 2, but I do remember that they actually kicked off the hiring process, the New England Patriots, and hired within one of their former players, Gerard Mayo. So shout outs to him and his his newfound success, and everybody else that has been hired. Hopefully your team, if they are not still playing, gets it right next year. I'm still a Cowboys fan. I'm sure Aisha's still an Eagles fan too.
Browns
is a Browns fan next season, so you see us representing those teams next year. Other than that, the NBA is coming up on its trade deadline. Hopefully you watch Game 7 this Thursday at 7 p.m. and they talked about that. You know what I mean? You got the big fella and Joel Embiid going down with an injury, being reevaluated this week. And shout out to my boy Tyrese Maxey. He made his first NBA All-Star.
Busy B is an All-Star now.
I actually had an opportunity of meeting him in person. Real cool dude. I don't want to call him a kid, but he's a real cool young guy.
Kid.
Came through and blessed his peoples with some rides. So shout out to Tyrese Maxey and him and his peoples is real good guys. So I want to see good guys like that go far.
Absolutely.
I want to say as we wrap this up, shout out to the people in the chat and in the comments and all the silent viewers as well. We do appreciate y'all tuning in, and we are only sharing our perspectives and our thoughts. Don't get your panties in a bunch. It's just talk, man. It's just conversation.
Talk, absolutely. and believe it or not, we have to say this because it's imperative. Black History Month, people.
Yeah, it's Black
History
History
Month, man.
Learn
This
something.
is
Do that.
this February is actually the longest February in 4 years. This is a leap year, so we actually instead of
29
28 days, we get 29 days to celebrate Black History Month and all of the.
I'm gonna ask y'all a question. If you was a leap year baby, would you celebrate your birthday every year?
Yeah, you fucking right.
No,
No,
No.
no.
celebrating every 4 years.
Right.
Yep.
I'm celebrating every year.
But it's not your
Yeah,
birthday.
ain't your birthday.
My birthday's somewhere in between there.
Your birthday is
Oh, it did happen.
ain't no 29.
Right.
Oh, well, I would carve and etch a space in there somewhere.
Just like a female.
I'm glad that's not me. You know, August 15th, Leo.
I can't.
Shout out to
29 days,
the.
but also
Shout out to all the leap year babies.
Yes.
Yeah, we got a lot of things coming this month in respects to what February has of awareness.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So we got that coming up. So we got some shit for y'all. Don't be on the lookout for another intimate conversations. I know tape this week. So that should be coming out. And we got another exclusive member content coming for y'all real soon as well.
Facts.
And I'm finally getting my shit together, man. I
can't.
It's dropping real soon too. So
It's episode 168. Ish, what's your last words?
Love on your people, man.
Yeah, love on your
Yeah, love on your people. Like, that's all I can say. Like, just dealing with shit. Love on your folks. Don't be enemies. What you say?
don't be enemies, man.
What you say?
I say be helpful, man.
Be helpful. Love on one another. Like, the meaningless bullshit that we deal with and bring up throughout the days. Like,
I tell you, I just want to tell people, man, I'm a lover, man. Y'all think that I just be on here talking shit about women. I love women. I'm a lover. That's what I want to do. At the end of the day, I want to love on you.
This is how much we love
your
y'all.
folks.
Look at my phone. It says 12:24, Friday, February 2nd. We've been here since 8 o'clock, 8:30.
So I want to love on you, shorty. You wanna beef and do all this other shit. I don't want to do all that.
I know, yes. And I'm gonna be up in 4 hours. Matter of fact, I'm ringing y'all phones. I'm gonna be up at 4:30.
I can't.
Facts. I'm ringing phones.
They be looking at me
Get
every
ready.
on Friday like this nigga always in here drunk. They be thinking I be in them drunk. I be getting that.
Somebody gotta bring the people to honest conversations, and somebody gotta remind the people of the important things and the values that should be reinstilled. Your family is important. I know I joke a lot about it, but the time you spend with your family and your friends is way more important than what you bought yesterday.
And stop allowing your emotions to cloud your mental judgment. Everything ain't an attack on you. Everything you hear is not a personal attack. It's just opinions and statements based upon things that people been through in their life, what they heard, what they've seen. That's all.
All right, people, we're out of here. Episode 168. Y'all have a good one, and we will see y'all next time. Deuces.